OOQ.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.
It's time for North Platte Post Sports on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live stream at northplattepost.com. Today's game brought to you by Sandhills State Bank, Premier Toyota, Dave's Place Pizza and Wings, CT Computer Services. Today's game also brought to you in part by Shelter Insurance, Great Plains Sports and Therapy, Great Plains Home Care Equipment, Larry's Glass, Bill Summers Ford, the D&N Event Center, Larry's RV, Double Dips, the Fortify Group, CIO Wealth Strategies, Puro Clean, and North Platte Public Schools. Here's Paxton Gordon.
Hey everybody, welcome into Central City Colonel Fuel, to be more precise. North Platte High School taking on the Colonels of Central City. Centura as this again combined school effort. North Platte coming into today's contest looking to continue with the winning ways, as they come off of a pretty strong victory against Kearney last Saturday to improve to 7-3 on the season. They took down Kearney and the Bearcats 11-8 on Saturday. Are looking to come here to Central City to take on yet again another strong team, this time in Class C baseball. Central City Centura and the Colonels, they are 11-3 this season. Another strong opponent down the stretch. Specifically, what North Platte High School needs as they are looking to just make their way into, that's right, make their way into the district. Well, they're already in districts, but they're looking to make sure that they can host a district game. That is specifically what North Platte High School is looking to do, host a district game, and to do so, and they're going to need some help. They're going to need to beat Central City here today to help with those power projection points if they want to host a district game coming up. Not next week, but of course the week after that. Quick Stop pregame show, 27 locations open 24 hours a day. Quick Stop always open right around the corner. Bulldogs once again really playing around with the lineup today as they're looking to find some more continual momentum, but they're also throwing out their probably one of their best pitchers here today. Jack Polk will be on the mound for North Platte High School. Spoiler alert here. He is coming off of a huge performance against Kearney where he made it, if I remember, 6 2/3 innings, if I remember correctly, in that game against the Bearcats, where he really held the fort down for the Bulldogs. Yes, he did give up a fair amount of runs in that start as I pull up his statistics from that last game for one Jack Polk. On the mound, Polk went I see here, of course, it was Caden Josephson that picked up the victory, but Polk went 6 innings. He did give up 11 hits and only 4 earned runs, though, in that 11-hit game. So while it was, again, maybe a little bit on the hitter side, I mean, to be honest, that's what Kearney did. That's what we did against Kearney as well. A very well performance and well-rounded start for Jack Polk, and he's going to need to do the same thing here against a strong Central City Centura squad. Quick Stop pregame show, as always, 27 locations open 24 hours a day. Quick Stop, always open right around the corner. Hey, we're going to step aside. We're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we will have more of the Quick Stop pregame show as well as our Double Dips Ice Creamery starting lineup right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course, as always, video live streaming on NorthPlattePost.com.
Growing up, my parents always encouraged me to do what's right, even if it wasn't easy. I'd always hear my mother's voice say, "Do the right thing." That stuck with me. Every day, just do the right thing. That's it. The rest takes care of itself.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe in doing the right thing for our customers and our communities.
See me, Pete Volz, at 501 South Jeffers for a free insurance review.
We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop. With your 24-hour convenience store. Fast, friendly, no one gives you more. Gas, food, your favorite drink. Get everything you need in a blink. That's why everybody stops at Quick Stop. We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Are you ready to embark on an exciting new career? Larry's Glass has been a trusted name in custom glass design for over 40 years, and they are seeking a skilled glazier to join their team. If you have a passion for precision and craftsmanship, this is the perfect opportunity for you. Install glass in commercial, residential, and auto settings. Get paid while you train for a new career. Stop into Larry's Glass at 211 West 5th Street, North Platte, and discuss how you can be part of their team and build a fulfilling career.
This is the Bulldog Pregame Show from FM 98.1 and 1410 AM. Presented by Quick Stop. Always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Welcome back here to 1 Colonel Field. North Platte High School taking on Central City Centura and the Colonels in baseball action today. North Platte High School currently sitting on the season 7-3 compared to the Colonels, who are 11-3. Bulldogs looking to seek this victory out so that they can continue their push for a district host. While for the side of the Colonels, they are looking to finish the season strong and get the host for the side of the team. So let's jump into our Double Dips Ice Creamery starting lineup, as we are just a couple of seconds away from our national anthem. So with that, I'll just break down maybe some keys to the game of what needs to happen for the Bulldogs here today, as they're looking to once again get back to their winning ways and keep improving their power projection points, as they will be taking on another strong team, this time Central City Centura here in Colonel Field. Again, 11-3. This would be huge for the power projection points. That's the big thing. Power projection points is what this team is really looking for and needing if they want to make their way forward. Because of course they're going to play in districts, but the question is going to be, will they be able, what's the word I'm trying to say? Will they be able to make their way into hosting a game? Because that's really the next step. If the Bulldogs are able to do so, then things will be looking good. The problem's going to be they're going to need some help, though, in terms of making that district host. So, some keys to the game. It's going to be really on Jack Polk to thwart this offense from Central City Centura. They got some weapons out on the base pads, not just from a hitting standpoint, but also when they do get on base, they sure do know how to get some extra bases around as well. When it comes to the offensive side, Bulldogs got to do a better job, just like they did against Kearney, just finding consistent contact hitting. If they can do so, hey, we're looking at a potential good game for North Platte High School on the field. We're going to step aside. We're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, it is time for our starting game So we'll jump into that national anthem, and when we come back, we'll have the game time. Right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and as always, video live streaming on NorthPlattePost.com.
Brandon is super pumped about Runza,
Runza is so sweet.
especially all their desserts.
Oh, those are the sweetest.
Chocolate, vanilla, and twist ice cream cones, 4 flavors of shakes, chocolate chip cookies, and ice cream sandwiches.
Literally sweet.
Oh, I love your enthusiasm.
Well, I love Runza.
So sweet of you. Come satisfy your sweet tooth. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
The North Platte Public Schools prepares all students to be productive, responsible citizens in a safe, caring, supporting learning environment with caring staff, engaging curriculum, clean facilities, and updated technology. You can rely on our schools giving your child the tools they need for a successful future. For more information, including enrollment and career opportunities, visit nppsd.org. North Platte Public Schools. Communicate, connect, commit.
The DNN Event Center wishes everyone a great sports season. With North Platte and Nebraska weather, things change quickly and can make our lives a little more difficult. Thank goodness for the DNN. The DNN offers hourly rentals for all types of sports practices, including turf, courts, batting cages, and equipment usage. Call the DNN Event Center to schedule your team's practice times and for more league information for all sports seasons. For over 30 years in our community, for your next event, the DNN Event Center.
I'm Jared Remus with Jerry Remus Chevrolet of North Platte. The Bulldogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM KOOQ AM North Platte. We've got the keys to your new car.
Welcome back here to Colonel's Field. North Platte High School taking on Central City Centura in some baseball action here today. How about we jump into our Double Dips Ice Creamery starting lineup on the side of the Colonels. Blake Jensen on over at first base. He's the leadoff batter with Barrett Freeze. He's pitching today in the 2-hole. Jacob Rule at third base. Morton Gorecki on over at third base in the 4-hole. Connor Erickson in left field. Hayden Murphy in center with Luke Vacnier, he's in right field. Riley Levine on over the designated hitter with Parker Zickmund on at second base. Colton Lerner's on over catching as well for the side of Central City Centura and the Colonels. Oh boy. For the side of North Platte High School, Caden Jonason as well getting the start in center field as always. He'll be batting leadoff today with Ty Hanneborg in the 2-hole. Landon Greeno at first base with Jack Polk on the mound. Dean McIntyre catching as always with Easton Jones at third base. Tyler Townsend batting DH in the 7-hole. Ray Smorky in right. Connor Stifler at third base. And then Jackson Peters out in left field for the Bulldogs. As we are just about to get things underway between these two teams, North Platte High School looking to pick up the victory here today to continue their push towards the host of a district spot, while on the side of Central City Centura, they're looking to continue their strong season. Again, 11-3 on the year for the Colonels. That first pitch to one Jonason is down low, ball number 1. This season for Caden, when it comes to his hitting stats, he's hitting .654 with 10 RBIs and 6 doubles. I want a grounder on over to third. The throw to first will be in time as there goes Mason Gorecki, as he will throw on over to first, and just like that, there's already one down here in this inning. Next up to bat here for the side of North Platte High School, Ty Hanneborg will be taking over for the second game in a row in the 2-hole. Hanneborg hitting .391 with 9 RBIs and 3 doubles to his name. Again, he was hitting in the 9-hole earlier in the season, and just last game, head coach John Byrne as well as assistant coach Ricky Holm really thinking about it and moved him up to the 2-hole position as that pitch is really tight in, almost hitting Ty, and there's ball number 1. And he rewarded the Bulldogs very well in that game against Kearney, where he had a plethora of hits to really help this squad get its victories. The 1-0 pitch is going to sneak its way in from Freeze for strike number 1. It's 1-1 the count now to the second baseman. Following Ty Hanneborg, Landon Greeno, and then Jack Polk. The 1-1. Right in the zone. Strike number 2. And this Central City Centura squad. Absolute monsters here in Class C. You know, of course, it's Malcolm earlier this season that's leading the way in Class C, and not too far behind in their power projection rankings at number 3 with Central City Centura. That pitch is going to bounce off of the shoulder of Ty Hanneborg, and he's going to make his way on over to first base following the hit by pitch. And now here comes Landon Greeno. Up to bat, Greeno, third on the team in terms of his overall hitting average. 458 on the year with 13 RBIs and 3 doubles. Hey, he leads the team in RBIs. He also has one of the 2 triples this season. One out here in this top of the first inning. Bulldogs tied with the Colonels, 0-0, as that pitch is in there for strike number 1 to the first baseman, Greeno. Jack Polk on over at first. We might be able to see probably some more steal attempts. You know, it was a tough one against Kearney for the Bulldogs as they were up against Cole Throckmorton, probably one of, if not the best catchers in all of Class A baseball, as that pitch from Freeze is in there for ball number 1. It's 1-1 the count now. Again, if you were a watcher of the American Legion, the FNBO Nationals, you'll know Kearney Runza and Cole Throckmorton's their name. His name comes up quite a plenty as he can really do a great job of getting runners out when they try to steal. As that pickoff attempt is no good, and still a 1-1 count into Polk. Landon Greeno. The 1-1, that's down low in the dirt. Ball 2, it's 2-1 the count now. Bulldogs were searching last weekend to find more power projection points. They were up against, for the first time ever in their inaugural season, some Class A competition. 2 games and a doubleheader against Grand Island, and then a back-to-back, and then went to Kearney as that one's going to be lobbed over to second. Here comes a double play, and they will get the double play. I hold my thought as that inning will come to an end as Landon Greeno grounds out into a double play, and that'll do it for this top of the first inning. We'll make our way to the bottom of the first right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and as always, video live streaming on NorthPlattePost.com.
Family first. My dad used to tell us that all the time. But family first wasn't just something he'd say to us. It was how he lived every day of his life. And it's how I try to live mine too.
At Shelter Insurance, our agents are dedicated to helping provide personalized auto, home, and life protection that puts your family first.
See me, Matthew Mussman, on how I can help your auto, home, and life needs.
Buying a car? It's not always the most pleasant experience, but it doesn't have to be that way. 23 years. That's how long Premier Toyota has been in North Platte community, delivering a car buying experience that's friendly, easy, and fun. Check PremierAutoplex.com first, then stop by your lot at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte. Come see us. Premier Toyota for your next new Toyota or pre-owned vehicle. Premier Toyota at PremierAutoplex.com.
Whether you're a weekend warrior, youth, or professional athlete, the Great Plains Health Sports Medicine Team has you covered. The team includes orthopedic surgeons, athletic trainers, and other healthcare specialists who spend their time at local high school and college sporting events, ensuring that athletes stay as injury-free as possible. In the event of an injury, the team remains committed to returning athletes to competition as quickly and safely as possible.
Contact the Great Plains Health Sports Medicine Team by calling 308-568-7456.
Welcome back here to, oh my good heavens, I lost Colonel Field. There we go, my good heavens. It's been quite a day today. Colonel Field, where North Platte High School and the Bulldogs taking on Central City Centura and the Colonels. North Platte High School currently tied 0-0 here and there in the bottom of the first inning, as the Colonels will now be up to bat for their first time today again on the mound for North Platte High School. As I talked about in our Quick Stop pregame show, it is Jack Polk who is currently 0-1 on the season for the Bulldog in his 3 appearances, but does sport a 2.79 ERA. He has given up 20 hits in total and 7 strikeouts. That is 3rd on the team. Well, tied for 4th on the team behind both one Easton Jones, Easton Geisler, and then, of course, Landon Greeno's. That first pitch from the side of one Jack Polk is in there for strike number 1. He'll be facing up today against Central City Centura. Will be Blake Jensen who'll be first up as that one is skied in the right field. Back at it goes Jackson Peters, still going. It's going to get all the way to the fence line as Peters will pick it up. Jensen could be pushing for 3 here, but he'll hold it in at 2 with a lead-off double for Blake Jensen as Race Morkey in right wasn't able to track it down as he got all the way to the fence line, and with that, a leadoff hit for the side of Central City Centura. Is now up to bat. Pitcher on this one, Barrett Freeze, as he's .357 on the year in terms of batting average, 16 RBIs, 5 doubles, as well as 2 triples to go along with it. As a runner in scoring position already, Blake Jensen at second for Central City Centura. As the pitch from Polk is going to sneak its way in there, strike number 1. And that's the thing with Jack Polk, is he does a fantastic job of not only getting hitters into really tough situations to then force groundouts, but he does give up a handful of hits more than, probably he would like to see as his next pitch into the pitcher Freeze. As Freeze looks like a bunt down. Beautiful job, but right back to Polk. The throw to first. There's the easy out on that bunt attempt, but that sacrifice bunt does move the runner from second all the way up to third. So there is a runner in scoring position for the Colonels here in this bottom of the first inning. And the Bulldogs once again threatening to hopefully get out of this inning unscathed, as they're in a tough situation with 1 down and already a runner in scoring position at third. They'll bring up next to bat Jacob Rule. Rule on the season hitting .353 with 11 RBIs. That one up the middle, picked up by Stifler. The throw to first will not be in time, so the run will score on an infield single, as it's a 1-0 lead already for Central City Centura's. Connor Stifler's on over at short today with Jack Polk on the mound, and Jacob Rule get another RBI single. And with that, it's a 1-0 game already in favor of the Colonels, as now it's Mason Gorecki who's up to bat for Central City Centura. As Polk's first pitch into Gorecki is high up in the sky there for ball number 1. Gorecki hitting .375 with 12 RBIs and 2 doubles, and does have a home run to his name as well. As there's now just 1 runner on at first base. That's going to be Jacob Rule, as it's a 1-0 pitch now in. One down low, it's ball number 1 to Gorecki, 1-0 the count with 1 out here in this bottom of the first inning. Again, our half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann in the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann in the Fortify Group. His new location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. The 1-0. Ooh, that's just going to be too far inside. That's now ball 3 into Mason Gorecki from Jack Polk. Due up following that, Connor Erickson, then Hayden Murphy for the side of Central City Centura. Here comes the 3-0 pitch from Polk. That's in there. Strike number 1 to throw on over to first is going to get Rule back. Great awareness, though, from Dean McIntyre as he was trying to see if he can get a cheeky out at first. Jacob Rule a little bit further off of the first base bag, but he got back in time. So it's 3-1 the count with 1 down in this bottom of the first inning. Already a 1-0 lead for the Colonels. As Jack Polk will set and fire with that 3-1. Runner goes on over to second. The throw not in time because that pitch isn't going to matter anyway. It's outside. Ball 4. And with that, 2 runners are now on for the Colonels here in this bottom of the first inning, as up comes Connor Erickson for the side of Central City Centura. Erickson on the year, .394 batting average with 8 RBIs and 3 doubles. Has another good opportunity to score another run for his team with Jacob Rule at second base. 2 runners on. It's bottom of the first inning. That pitch from Jack Polk's too low Ball number 1 to Erickson. It's 1-0 the count now. 2 runners on. Mason Gorecki and over at first, and then Jacob Rule at second for the Colonels. A 1-0 count now. As here comes Jack Polk's next pitch as he's looking to get rock and roll. The pitch swung on and missed there by Erickson. Strike number 1. It's 1-0 the count now. Excuse me, 1-1 the count now with 1 out. It's bottom of the first inning is Jack Polk looking to get into rhythm. Has 2 runners on and already a 1-0 lead for Central City Centura. Polk fires. That one just a smidge outside for ball 2. It's 2-1 the count now. Following Erickson, again, Hayden Murphy and Luke Wagner. Wind really gusty here today, going from left to right field. Gusts up to 30 miles per hour in today's forecast. The 2-1. Swing and a miss by Erickson. There's strike 2. It's 2-2 the count now as Polk went to that off speed and Erickson way in front of it. Bulldogs here on a very chilly day as well. 55 degrees, partly cloudy. Again, that wind going to play a huge factor today. 2-2. That's high and outside. There's ball 3. It's now a full count to Erickson. Jack Polk teetered on the line of potentially walking Erickson to load the bases. Here comes the 3-2. That's in there. Strike 3. Down goes Erickson looking. And there's out number 2. Great pitch from Jack Polk. Went to the fastball. Erickson laid off on it, thinking it was outside, but no good. And with that, 2 down in this bottom of the first inning to bring up to back Hayden Murphy. For the Colonels, Murphy on the season hitting .320, 6 RBIs with 1 double, so a good lineup there for the Colonels all throughout their order as that first pitch to Murphy is there for strike number 1. So really no weaknesses any way you look at it for Central City Centura. As here comes the next pitch, which is 0-1. Well, that's too tight inside. It's going to get away from McIntyre, and with that, Jacob Rule's going to make his way on over to third on the passed up ball. So now it's runners at the corners. And a 1-1 count into Hayden Murphy. This bottom of the first inning. So another run could potentially come across for the Colonels, but Polk looking to get out of it. Only giving up the 1 run on 2 hits. Here comes the now 1-1. Runner goes. That one's skied into the gap in left center, but going to be picked up there by Jackson Peters in left field, and that's how this first inning comes to an end. 2 runs were given up on 1 North Platte error. It's now 1-0 in favor of the Colonels. When we come back here to Colonels Field on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and as always, video live streaming on NorthPlattePost.com.
Where do you go for wings?
Dave's Place.
Where do you go for pizza?
Dave's Place.
What about cold drinks, a family atmosphere, and nightly specials?
Dave's Place.
Sounds like a sweep for Dave's Place. Pizza made from fresh dough, drink deals, and yes, the best pizza and wings.
It's Dave's Place.
Dave's Place on East 4th Street or at davesplacenp.com.
Order it, carry out, DoorDash. Dave's Place. Whoop, whoop.
Growing up, my parents always encouraged me to do what's right, even if it wasn't easy. I'd always hear my mother's voice say, "Do the right thing." That stuck with me. Every day, just do the right thing. That's it. The rest takes care of itself.
At Shelter Insurance, we believe in doing the right thing for our customers and our communities.
Find me, Brent Rogo, at 502 East Francis.
Welcome back here to Colonel Field as North Platte High School currently trails Central City Centura and the Colonels 1-0, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the Colonels, no runs, no hits, 1 error for North Platte High School as we're making our way here now to the top of the second inning. Again, thank you to our half-inning break sponsor here. Kevin McGann, the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B, as well as Dave's Place Pizza and Wings. You'll find out more, of course, as always, 1510 East 4th Street. As up to bat for North Platte High School here, Jack Polk for the Bulldogs to lead off this top of the second inning. Polk on the year, .333 average, 7 RBIs, 1 double. He'll see strike number 1 from pitcher Barrett Freezes. That one, though, is going to bounce off the glove of the catcher Colton Lurders. And with that, there's ball number 1. It's 1-1 the count now to the pitcher. Following Polk, Dean McIntyre on deck with Easton Jones in the hole for North Platte High School. The 1-1. Ooh, what a beautiful off-speed, but it's just going to fall below the knees to Polk. I mean, that's got some good curve on that curveball from Freeze. And now it's a 2-1 count with nobody out, nobody on in this top of the second. That's high upstairs, ball 3. 3-1 the count now to Jack Polk. And again, we talked about Polk and his pitching, but also with Polk, he is such a patient hitter. Really able to draw some walks out of situations. As I say that right there, he'll draw the walk to lead off this top of the second to bring up the power bat, Dean McIntyre, in favorable conditions for him. You know, McIntyre this year having a pretty strong season from behind the plate, hitting-wise, .519 batting average with 11 RBIs and 1 triple to his name. Of course, we know Dean, for his power that he brings, if he can turn on one, and with the way the wind is pushing, we potentially could see the first North Platte home run this season as Jack Polk's on over at first. Little grounder to second will be in time, and Dean McIntyre will reach on a fielder's choice. As now here comes Easton Jones up to bat, following that force out at second. So now with 1 out, 1 runner on, here comes Easton Jones, a third baseman, up to bat. Jones this season, .292 batting average, 9 RBIs and 2 doubles to his name, coming again his first essential full season of baseball at the moment. You know, of course, we all know Easton Jones, if you've been paying attention to the FMBO Nationals, last 2 seasons of Jones has been cut short. Well, not even really cut short. Hasn't even gotten off the ground with knee injuries, but so far this season been super healthy. Doing a fantastic job as Freeze's first pitch into Jones is there for strike number 1. So it's 0-1 the count now with 1 out here in this top of the second inning. McIntyre on over at first base for the Bulldogs. A pickoff attempt is not in time as McIntyre gets back. Still a 1-0 lead in favor of the Colonels in this lone game between these two teams. The 0-1 from Barrett Freeze is now on the way. Here it comes. Jones half swings. It gets away, though, from the catcher Lurders. And with that, though, strike number 2. It's 0-2 the count now to Easton Jones as that pitch was way in the dirt and away. Jones got caught, and with that, he's not in a favorable position. 0-2 now. As here comes the 20th pitch in this game. Oh, man, another great off-speed that's going to get in there. Strike number 3. Down goes Jones looking for the second out of this top of the second to now bring up to bat Tyler Townsend, the designated hitter for North Platte High School. Going to see a lot of fresh faces, not only at the batting circle today, but also in the field. .267 average for Tyler Townsend as another pickoff attempt was not in time. McIntyre gets back. 4 RBIs, 2 doubles for Townsend on the season. As a Bulldog, still have Dean McIntyre on over at first base for North Platte High School. Next pitch from Freeze is fastball down low. Ball number 1 to Townsend. 1-0 the count. Following Townsend, Race Morkey, then Connor Stifler for North Platte High School. As Freeze gets the sign and pitches. Another one that's down low, gets a little bit away from the catcher Lurders, and with that, ball number 2, 2-0 the count now. Bulldogs looking for their first hit today. McIntyre reached on a fielder's choice, and then Caden Jonason reached on a walk. Another pickoff attempt will get McIntyre back, but he's still safe, so we'll still stick it at 2-0 the count now. As Barrett Freeze will now look in and get it from Colton Lurders, the sign, and delivers. Swing, a late swing from Tyler Townsend. Strike number 1. Again, these young faces, Townsend as well as Peters, Stifler in the lineup today, still looking to get some Senior ball experiences the 2-1. That one looped. Oh, it's going to just be barely foul. Almost gloved by the first baseman, Blake Jensen, but just pushed out of the reach and into foul territory thanks to that very aggressive wind. Townsend looked like he had one that was just going to skirt along the first base foul line, but unfortunately, because of the strong wind and gusting up to 30 miles per hour today, it goes foul, and with that, it's a 2-2 count out of the designated hitter again. McIntyre over at first with 2 down in this top of the second. Freeze with his payoff 2-2. Swing and a miss. Down goes Tyler Townsend, and that's how this inning will come to an end. The Bulldogs did have one runner on the base pads, but that'll be doing it for this top of the second. We'll make our way bottom of the second. It's a 1-0 lead in favor of Central City Centura. We come back here to Colonel's Field, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
Where do you go for wings?
Dave's Place.
Where do you go for pizza?
Dave's Place.
What about cold drinks, a family atmosphere, and nightly specials?
Dave's Place.
Sounds like a sweep for Dave's Place. Pizza made from fresh dough, drink deals, and yes, the best pizza and wings.
It's Dave's Place.
Dave's Place on East 4th Street or at davesplacenp.com.
Order it, carry out, DoorDash. Dave's Place. Whoop, whoop.
Welcome back here to Colonel's Field, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com. As up to bat now for the first time here today in this ball game, we have Luke Vackener for the side of Central City Centura. Again, our half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As that first pitch into Vackener is swung on and missed for strike number 1, as here comes Jack Polk's next pitch. Another swing and a miss. It's already 0-2 into Vackener, and we're getting into a quick potential 3-pitch, 1-out type of situation. As Polk gets a sign from McIntyre. Here comes his 0-2 pitch. And that is 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and 1 out, as down goes Vackener for the first out of this bottom of the second inning. Unbelievable. As up to bat now comes the side of this game today, Riley Levine for the side of the Colonels. First pitch in. That one foul back to the netting. Strike number 1 off the foul ball to Levine. As the Bulldogs, again in this game, are currently trailing 1-0 in this bottom of the second inning. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors for the Colonels. No runs, no hits, 1 error on the side of North Platte High School. As that one is fouled behind us in the press box for strike number 2. It's 0-2 the count now. As Polk looking for the second out of this inning already in quick succession for the Bulldogs. Shakes off a sign from McIntyre, and now here comes his 0-2 pitch. On the way, off speed, looped into left field. Coming on for it is Jackson Peters, but gloved up by Connor Stifler on over at short. The wind pushed it back into Stifler, and just like that, there's 2 down in this inning. Great grab from the freshman Connor Stifler at short. And Levine now gets the second out here, and Bulldogs looking to get a quick 1-2-3 bottom of the second inning, as coming up now comes Carter Zygmunt to bat for the Colonels with 2 out in this bottom of the second inning. That off speed from Jack Polk is up and behind Zygmunt Ball number 1. It's 1-0 the count now. 1-0 from Polk will be delivered in. Slowly grounded, but foul down the third base side for strike number 1. Hey, thank you to our sponsors here for today's game, Sand Hills State Bank. Most committed brand of banking. Locations in North Platte, Ogallala, Grant, and many more. Head to sandhillstate.com for a full list of services and locations. The 1-1 off speed is in there. Strike 2. Jack Polk is in his bag right now this inning. Not only is he blowing it by people with the fastball, he's getting batters to swing on some nasty off speeds. 1-2 the count now with 2 down. Here comes Polk's pitch. Well, that one's in the dirt. Gets away from McIntyre there for ball number 2. Zickman holds back on the swing, and now it's 2-2 with 2 down. This bottom of the second inning. 11-3 the record for the Colonels. 7-3 for North Platte High School. Polk now likes to sign. Here comes his 2-2 pitch on the way. Popped up, but that'll drift foul thanks to the wind in right field for strike number 2 still. 2-2 with 2 down. 2-2 to 2 to number 2. It's too many 2s, and there's only 2 hits. Good heavens, so many 2s out there. But 2-2 the count. 2 outs here as Jack Polk will pitch it into Zickman. Here it comes. It's in there. Strike 3. Second strikeout of today's game for Jack Polk, and we're making our way to the top of the third inning. A quick 1-2-3 inning for North Platte High School. We'll be back with that top of the third right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course, video live streaming on NorthPlattePost.com.
Free PC and Mac checkups at CT Computer Services in North Platte? That's right. Let CT Computer Services diagnose your systems to ensure your hardware integrity, security, and overall PC Mac health are running as they should. For a free PC Mac checkup, stop in at 905 South Willow in North Platte or call 308-534-3628. CT Computer Services, your IT guys since 2005.
With Sandhill State Bank's new upgraded cart management experience, you can now control your carts anytime, anywhere. The new features and added control allow you to prevent fraud like never before. Get increased transaction details, turn your cart on and off whenever you'd like, and report your card lost in an instant. All from our mobile app. More insights, more control, and more security for your banking experience. Bank local and go far with digital banking solutions that go wherever you go. Visit sandhillstate.com to learn more. Sandhill State Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome back here to Colonel's Field. North Platte High School currently trailing Central City Centura 1-0 in the top of the third inning. Our half-inning breaks is always brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As here up to bat comes Race Morkey for North Platte High School. How we gotten here so far? Run on 2 hits. No errors for the Colonels. No runs, no hits, 1 error for North Platte High School. As I said, it's going to be Race Morkey up to bat here. He is hitting hitting a measly .77, and we're going to make that, unfortunately, 1 pitch, 1 swing, and 1 out as Morkey is out on a fly ball. And Morkey hitting a sub-100 .77. As here comes Connor Stifler up to bat. He's batting .200 on the year with 2 RBIs to his name. He'll be facing Garrett Freeze here today. Freeze up to 24 pitches so far. As that pitch is in there, strike number 1 to the freshman Stifler. Following Stifler, it's Caden Jonason on deck with Ty Hanneborg in the hole for North Platte High School. Here comes now the 0-1 pitch in to Stifler. Oh, that almost hit Connor Stifler, but too tight inside, ball 1. From Freeze. Wind still pushing quite hard from left field to right. The 1-1 to Stifler. Swing and a miss from the freshman. He almost got it. But it's 1-2 the count now. Stifler, normally see him at third base this season, playing shortstop today with Jack Polk on the mound for North Platte High School. 1-2 with 1 down here in this top of the third. Freeze delivers. Check swing, but that off speed is outside and low. Ball 2, so Good check swing from the freshman. Again, just like some of the other young guys like Tyler Townsend and Jackson Peters and Logan Hayes trying to find some playing time. Ooh, that one right down the center, though, is strung up, gets Connor Stifler for the second out of this inning. As down he goes. To now bring up Caden Jonason. He walked in the first at-bat he saw today against Barrett Freeze, and now we'll see what he can do with 2 down in this top of the third inning. First pitch into him is nice off speed there, strike number 1. So far today for Barrett Freeze, man, he's been on fire with those curves. As that one makes its way in for the first strike. He's up to 30 pitches so far. Some quick succession on these pitches. The 0-1 swung on and missed by Jonason as that one was almost down in the dirt. It's now 0-2 the count now. With 2 down in this top of the third, looking at a 1-2-3 inning this time for North Platte in the batting section. Here comes now the 0-2 pitch. Well, that one down in the dirt. Good awareness from Joni, as that's 1-2 the count now following that ball. Hanneborg on deck with Landon Greeno in the hole for the Bulldogs. Freeze gets a sign from Lerters and fires the 1-2. Oh, that just teetering on the outside part of the zone. There's ball number 2 now to Caden Jonason. And with that, here comes 2-2 with 2 down to number 2, the center fielder. Freeze likes the sign. Here comes that 2-2 pitch. It's going to sneak on in for strike number 3. Another strikeout for Freeze. And a quick 1-2-3 inning for the side of Central City Centura. We're going to make our way now to the bottom of the third inning. We're right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course, video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Buying a car, it's not always the most pleasant experience, but it doesn't have to be that way. 23 years. That's how long Premier Toyota has been in North Platte community, delivering a car buying experience that's friendly, easy, and fun. Check PremierAutoplex.com first, then stop by your lot at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte. Come see us. Premier Toyota for your next new Toyota or pre-owned vehicle. Premier Toyota at PremierAutoplex.com.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Ask me, Matthew Musselman, about Shelter Life Insurance coverage options.
Welcome back here to Colonel's Field on FM 98.1, AM 1410. Of course, as always, video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com. It's a 1-0 lead for Central City Centura. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the side of the Colonels. No runs, no hits, 1 error for North Platte High School. As up to bat here now for the side of Central City Centura. Blake Jensen, he led off with a double in this game. These are now on the bottom of the third. Again, our half-inning breaks brought to you apart by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Check out his location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As Polk's first pitch into Jensen is down low, ball number 1. And Jensen doubling his last plate appearance. He later came around for the only run of today's ball game as Polk's 1-0 is fouled off back to the parking lot for ball number 1. It's 1-1 the count now. 34 pitches for both Polk as well as Freeze in today's game. Here comes the 1-1. Well, that off-speed tighten inside there. Ball number 2. It's 2-1 the count now. 2-1. Nobody out in this bottom of the third inning. That one skied straight into center. Back at it goes Jonason. Still going, is going to get there. That would have been a no-doubt home run if it wasn't for the way the wind was pushing it. And thanks to that wind, Caden Jonason out in center field was able to glove it for out number 1 of this third inning. Here comes the pitcher, Barrett Freeze, up to bat in this one down. Really, that wind played a huge, and it's going to play a huge factor in today's game, as that pitch from Polk is too high for ball number one. Jensen got all of his power into it, heading to straightaway center, but pulled right thanks to that 30-mile-per-hour gust, and stayed in the field for an easy out. As that next pitch from Jack Polk's in there, strike number 2. As Polk trying not to walk. Current pitcher who's up, Garrett Freeze, the 2-0. Well, it's just going to be a smidge outside. It's ball 3 now. 3-0 the count. There's 3-0 pitch on the way. It's in there. Strike number 1. Good bounce back. Jack Polk. 3-1. On the way. Oh, it's too high and outside for ball number 4. And there's the first walk for Freeze. Here is now up to bat for the side of Central City Centura. Jacob Rule gone on with an infield hit in his first plate appearance, as Connor Stifler just unable to glove the first hit from Rule that later drove in Blake Jensen, as that pitch from Polk too tight inside for ball 1. 1 down again, bottom of the third inning. 1-0 lead for Central City Centura. Runner at first base is Garrett Freeze. For the Colonels, that one's skied up, but will drift foul for strike number 1. It's 1-1 the count now. Barrett Freeze at first. Wind really gusting now, as Polk will glance on over at first and now look to deliver the 1-1 pitch in. The runner goes. Oh, he's in some big trouble. A terrible decision from the pitcher, Freeze. Now he's caught in the pickle. The throw to first. Greeno's trying to run, and he'll get there for the easy tag. Jack Polk wasn't even in his windup, and Barrett Freeze already was running, and because of that, Polk with the easy throw to second catches the pitcher Freeze in a pickle situation, and he gets tagged out for an easy out number 2. It looked like Freeze was going to go either way, but Jack Polk didn't even get into the windup, and with that, 2 are down here in this bottom of the third. Still up to bat, though, with that 1-1 count. That's fouled back for a now 1-2 count. Jacob Rule, he's got 2 down, though, in this inning, and instead of potentially advancing a runner, he's going to be looking to get a runner on with 2 down. It's a 1-2 count. As Polk gets the sign from McIntyre, and here comes the 1-2. Off speed, that's too high upstairs in the house for 2-2, so we're back to 2-2 with 2 down here in this bottom of the third inning. As Polk will shake off a couple sides once again, and here comes his payoff 2-2. Drilled into right field. Morkey's going to have to come on to get it, still running, but he'll get there in time, and there's the third out of this inning. And we're in a quick game. We're now in the top of the 4th inning. Central City Centura leading 1-0. We come back here to Colonel Field on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com.
The DNN Event Center wishes everyone a great sports season. With North Platte and Nebraska weather, things change quickly and can make our lives a little more difficult. Thank goodness for the DNN. The DNN offers hourly rentals for all types of sports practices, including turf, courts, batting cages, and equipment usage. Call the DNN Event Center to schedule your team's practice times and for more league information for all sports seasons. For over 30 years in our community, for your next event, the DNN Event Center.
Are you or a loved one in need of medical equipment to improve your quality of life? Look no further than Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment. Their state-of-the-art and affordable medical products are specifically designed to return your independence. From manual and power wheelchairs, mobility scooters, and lift chairs to walking aids, ramps, hospital beds, and bath safety products. They have everything you need to make your home a comfortable and safe place to live. They can even provide CPAP and BiPAP equipment and supplies, as well as oxygen equipment and supplies. Call Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment today.
I'm Jared Remus with Jerry Remus Chevrolet of North Platte. The Bulldogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM KOOQ AM North Platte. We've got the keys to your new car.
Going back here to Colonel's Field, North Platte High School currently trailing Central City Centura 1-0 in this top of the fourth inning. Our half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann in the Fortify Group. And check out Kevin McGann in the Fortify Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As that first pitch from Barrett Freeze is upstairs, ball number 1. Also, thank you to our sponsors here for today's game. CT Computer Services, your IT guy, since 2005, located on 905 South Willow Street, as that pitch is once again too low and outside of the corner. 2-0 the count now to Ty Hanneborg. Hanneborg hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance. Now I'm going to see if he can get on and get the Bulldogs' first hit. That pitch from Barrett Freeze is in there for strike number 1. 2-1 the count now with nobody out and nobody on in the Bulldogs' top of the fourth inning. 2-1 on the way. Swung on, it's going to make its way up into center field for a base hit. And there's the first hit for today's game from the Bulldogs. It's Ty Hanneborg once again. Hanneborg having himself a strong season, Again, moved up in the batting order last Saturday in the Kearney game. Hanneborg normally hits in the 9-hole, but moved up here to the 2-hole hitting spot and got some magic going. He's on over at first as here comes Landon Greeno up to bat. North Platte High School 0 for 1 today. As a runner at first again, Ty Hanneborg, and that pitch down low from Freeze. Ball number 1. He's up to 39 pitches here in this and top of the fourth. We're really flying through this game already. Hanneborg at first is a steal threat if he can get a good jump. Barrett Freeze with 2 glances over at first and now will deliver the 1-0. Swung on and fouled off by Greeno for strike number 1. Following Landon Greeno, Jack Polk, and then Dean McIntyre in the hole for North Platte High School. Runner at first, Ty Hanneborg. 1-1 the count now with the first baseman Greeno. The pitch way outside there. Ball number 2. Good grab from Lerters. Colton Lerters to fly from the catcher position and glove it. Saved that ball from going to the backstop. 2-1 now the count, though, as Freeze fires. Another one that's outside, ball 3. Barrett Freeze really struggling to find the strike zone this inning. It's 3-1 the count now. Hanneborg at first. Greeno trying to avoid the double play he hit into last inning, and he will be able to avoid that as he's going to walk his way over to first. And there's 2 runners on now the base pads for Jack Polk. Again, Greeno in his last at-bat grounded into a double play, and now what can Jack Polk do? He's 0-1 in today's contest. He would love to drive either in that run at second, being Ty Hanneborg, or at least get on to load the bases. Currently, the Bulldogs trail 1-0 in the top of the fourth inning. Pitch in as Polk looks to lay the bunt down, but it's going to be fouled off. Strike number 1. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors for the Colonels of Central City Centura. No runs on 1 hit, 1 error for North Platte High School. 0-1 the count as Polk looks to bunt. First baseman's on the grass. As here comes that 0-1 pitch. And I'm going to step off. Does Barrett Freeze get both runners back? So, again, with nobody out and 2 runners on, it's very obvious that there is going to be a bunt situation in play here. Most common move is Polk lays down a beauty of a bunt. The throw over to first will be in time, but it's going to advance both Landon Greeno as well as Ty Hanneborg up 1 base pad. Hanneborg at third, Greeno on over at second, and here comes the ever-dangerous Dean McIntyre. Reached on a fielder's choice in his first plate appearance. So, 1 out here in this top of the fourth inning as that pitch from Barrett Freeze's high upstairs. Ball 1 following McIntyre. Easton Jones on deck, North Platte High School. Here comes the pitch, the 1-0. That one drilled into center. It will fall in for a base hit. They'll keep that one run in as that is an RBI single for Dean McIntyre. His first hit today and the Bulldogs' first run. And now we have runners at the corners for North Platte High. McIntyre, but he's going to be subbed out as here comes Logan Hayes. Pinch running for North Platte High School, and Landon Greeno now on over at third base. Beautiful stuff from the Bulldogs. They now tie this game up 1-1 in the top of the fourth inning and still could pour some more runs on. As Barrett Freeze now will deliver his first pitch into Jones. He lays down a magnificent bunt. Oh, it's going to bounce out of the first baseman's glove. And with that, Jones will make his way on over to first. An error for Central City. Centura will now give the Bulldogs a 2-1 lead. Unbelievable scenes going on here. As now we might potentially be seeing a pitching change on the mound, but most certainly probably right now just a talk. As Blake Jensen on over at first dropped the easy bunt from Easton Jones. Greeno was able to score, but because of the fielding error from Jensen, it allowed the Bulldogs to not only get a run, but also now have Easton Jones at first base, and then Logan Hayes on over at second. And that brings up Tyler Townsend to bat. He's 0 for 1 today with a strikeout, swinging in his first plate appearance against Barrett Freeze. So one more discussion on the mound will be the end to Freeze's day. As now Townsend with an opportunity to advance the runners. Logan Hayes at second as that bunt was pulled back. Now, Logan Hayes is out over at second once again. That pitch from Freeze down low, ball one. Colton Lerder's doing a great job of gloving it and making sure it doesn't roll out of play. Jones at first. Logan Hayes, freshman, at second. Pinch running for Dean McIntyre. 1-0. Good bound. Another great bunt from Tyler Townsend. Can he make it to first? He is going to make it to first. And now there's going to be discussion if that ball was fouled off. Head coach Ricky Holm going to have a talk too potentially now with the umpires. Oh, they're calling him out at first for runner interference. Oh, they might say that Tyler Townsend was out of the batter's box. Oh, they're going to say that's a foul ball from Tyler Townsend. As Coach Holm disagreeing, and now here comes Coach Byrne. Going to have a talk. They're going to say Townsend fouled off that ball, and so now the count, instead of pushing Townsend to first, will be a 1-1 count with one out. Unbelievable scenes here. So still two runners on the base pad. Hayes at second, Jones at first. And now can Tyler Townsend do another perfect bunt on this approach? The 1-1 in from Barrett Freeze. Townsend swings on one. It gets into right field for a base hit. Here comes Coach Byrne. He's bringing Logan Hayes home. They're going to push it back, and now the Bulldogs are in a scary situation as the throw to first is in time. As, gosh darn it, Tyler Townsend in some trouble, and now there's some more confusion on the base pad. They got the easy tag out at first. Well, now there's some base running confusion as the Bulldogs, a little bit of some trouble as Tyler Townsend ran to second as Easton Jones was making his way to third. So with that, another run will come across for North Platte High School in some base running confusion, and now here comes coach of the Colonels going to have a talk with the umpires. And yeah, that's what I was thinking. So they got the easy throw out at second, or at first, because Logan Hayes was at third. Jones was making his way to third as Tyler Townsend slid into second. So there is 2 down here in this top of the 4th inning, but another run does come across for the Bulldogs in the end. It's now 3-1 the lead. My good heavens. On all of that confusion, Easton Jones is now at third base for Ray Smorky to appear. Now up to bat. 0-1 the count with 2 down. So all in all, the Bulldogs do get a run, do give up and out, but they'll take that any day of the week as that pitch from Barrett Freeze is high and tight inside. Ball number 1, it's 1-1 the count now with 2 down in this top of the 4th inning. Bulldogs got 3 runs across in this top of the 4th. Oh, as Morky swings and misses. Strike number 2, he was so close to getting some solid contact on that one. It's 1-2 now with 2 outs. As here comes that 1-2 payoff pitch. It's going to curve its way in. Oh, my good heavens. It looks like that was going to reach in, but Morky pulled back. It's 2-2 the count now to the right fielder. Ray Morky is Barrett Freeze would like to get out of this inning, not giving up another run. The 2-2. Well, that one will sneak its way in there for strike number 3, but 3 runs do come across for the Bulldogs as we're making our way now to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's now 3-1, 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for North Platte High School. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for Central City Centura. We come back, bottom of the 4th inning, right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Great Plains Health Orthopedics in North Platte is ready to serve you with board-certified orthopedic surgeons and a team of medical professionals who specialize in hip, knee, and shoulder joint replacements and revisions, minor to complex hand injuries, sports medicine for both the serious athlete and the weekend warrior, new and innovative operative and non-operative procedures, and work-related injuries. Same-week appointments are available. Call Great Plains Health Orthopedics today.
Your health is our mission. Great Plains Health.
Nicole is having her favorite Runza salad.
The something ranch salad.
It's the chicken bacon ranch salad.
But you can put whatever else you want around it. I'm here for the ranch.
I'm with you. Runza's homemade ranch is perfect. It's so good. A classic.
It's literally the only reason I like salad.
Great point. Come get a salad with your ranch. Try Runza's chicken bacon ranch salad today. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Welcome back here to Colonel's Field. North Platte leading now the Colonels of Central City Centura 3-2-1 in this bottom of the 4th inning. Our half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. Up to bat now for Central City Centura, Mason Gorecki for the Colonels as they look to turn it around after giving up 3 runs in the top of the 4th. But can Jack Polk hold the fort down for North Platte High School with this 2-run lead? Swing and a miss from Gorecki for strike number 1. 0-1 the count now. It was a crazy last inning. Unbelievable. Bunch of running mistakes for the Bulldogs, but somehow they still ended up with a lead as Gorecki swings and misses strike number 2. 0-2 the count now. Polk once again looking for a quick 3-pitch, 3 strikes at bat. 0-2 with nobody out. Here comes the pitch to Gorecki. There's another one. It's now 3 pitches and an out in this bottom of the 3rd inning. As now up to bat comes the left fielder here for today, Connor Erickson for Central City Centura. They really need to start after a pretty strong opening inning for them in the bottom of the 1st. They've been quiet ever since and now trail 3-1. As Polk will now fire into Erickson here. Swing and a miss on that off speed. 0-1. Jack Polk is in his bag right now. 50 total pitches for Jack Polk. 3-1 lead. 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error for North Platte High School. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 errors. For the Colonels, another swing and a miss from Erickson. That pitch was way in the dirt. It's now 0-2 the count for Erickson with 1 down in this bottom of the 4th. Polk, can he go a perfect 6 for 6? Nope, that one's skied up, drifting to Stifler, and there's Connor Stifler gloving it at short for out number 2. A quick, already 2 up, 2 down for the Colonels in their bottom half of the 4th inning. As now Hayden Murphy will come up to bat for Central City Centura. They are really specifically here looking to find some momentum after getting the first 2 hits of today's game. Gone, again, silent ever since. Jack Polk really in his bag right now. First pitch is just going to be outside. Ball number 1. To the side of Hayden Murphy. 1-0. Polk gets the sign and fires. Dribbler on over into right field. There's talking about needing to get a hit. There's Hayden Murphy popping up, getting the first hit for Central City Centura in a couple innings. He'll now move on over to first to bring up to bat now for the Colonels, Luke Vackener. To the side of Central City Centura. Again, trailing 3-1. No action in the bullpen for North Platte High School. Potentially some action for the side of the Colonels after 3 runs were given up by Barrett Freeze last inning. Polk's pitch will sneak in there for strike number 1. It's 0-1 the count now. Polk will glance on over at first to make sure that Hayden Murphy stays on as Vackener steps out of the batter's box. Taking a breather and steps back in. Murphy at first. Polk with an 0-1 count. Sets and fires. Drilled into center field. Jonason coming onto it. It's going to fall in for a single. So with 2 down, another hit comes across for Central City Centura. And now there's 2 runners on as out comes head coach Ricky Holm to have a talk with most importantly his infielder. Maybe calm down Jack Polk as now Riley Levine comes up to bat. Levine struck out swinging his last plate appearance. Is now head coach Holm going to have a word with his infield. There's 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position. Hayden Murphy at second as Vackener's on over at first. Levine with an opportunity to get another run across and at least cut it down to just a 1-run lead, as it's 3-1 in favor of North Platte High School in this bottom of the 4th inning. Jack Polk up to 56 pitches in this game so far. 1 run, 4 hits, and 1 error for Central City Centura. 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for North Platte High School. Polk will take a much-needed breather and probably a way to settle back down, and he'll face Levine. 2 out here in this bottom of the 4th inning. Polk glance at second and pitches. Drilled into right field. It's going to get down and 1 run's most certainly going to score, maybe 2. It's going almost all the way to the back fence, and it is going to score 2 runs. Here comes the throw, potentially on home from Landon Greeno, and not in time. 2-run RBI single from Riley Levine. And just like that, this game is all tied up. Murphy made his way home from second, as well as that potential opportunity to keep this game in favor of the Bulldogs, but it's not going to happen here. And we're tied 3 apiece in this bottom of the 4th inning as it's Parker Zickman now up to bat. Riley Levine on over at first for Central City Centura. As that one's, though, going to be skied up. Drifting on over, Jonason running, Morkey looking, and Morkey will glove it. And that'll do it for this bottom of the 4th, not before 2 runs come across on 3 hits. This game is now tied up as we're going to go now to the top of the 5th inning right here at FM 98.1, AM 1410, and as always, video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com.
Are you ready to embark on an exciting new career? Larry's Glass has been a trusted name in custom glass design for over 40 years, and they are seeking a skilled glazier to join their team. If you have a passion
The
for
North Platte Public Schools prepares all students to be productive, responsible citizens in a safe, caring, supporting learning environment with caring staff, engaging curriculum, clean facilities, and updated technology you can rely on.
Welcome back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course, live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com. It's currently a 3-3 ball game here. This top of the fifth inning, still on the mound, Barrett Freeze for Central City Centura. 3 runs on 5 hits and 1 error for Central City Centura. Barrett North Platte High School's 3 runs on 2 hits, 1 error for the Bulldogs. Unbelievable then. They have the lead for just a couple seconds and unfortunately let it all go away. Our happening breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As that one's popped up, driven to left field from Connor Stifler, but coming on in, getting the easy out for out number 1. Down goes Stifler as it's Erickson there in left field, able to glove it for the first down on 1 pitch. This top of the fifth is Caden Jonason now comes up to bat. Joni trying to get into a rhythm here is so far 0 for 2 today. 0 for 1 as he walked in his first plate appearance, and that pitch is in there from Barrett Freeze, strike number 1. 3-3 ball game after Joni. Ty Hanneborg on deck. The 0-1. Swung on and missed by Jonason. 0-2. That one down low. Below the knees, strike 2. Looking at a quick 2 up, 2 down in this inning. As it's Easton Jones warming up for North Platte High School in the bullpen. That one driven towards third, gloved up, and it's going to be an easy out to Jensen at first. Oh, it's going to get past Blake Jensen at first base. Jonas is going to make his way on over to second. An error for the Colonels yet again. Blake Jensen trying to glove it, but it bounces right out of his glove on a routine, easy third to first ground ball, and because of that error, Jonason's going to make his way to second with 2 down. With 1 down to bring up Ty Hanneborg to bat now. Oh my good heavens, I forgot to take that off. Whoopsie daisies. Whoops. Probably should have took the advertisements down. Sorry to all of our viewers out there on the stream as Hanneborg swinging for the fences. Strike number 1. Jonason in scoring position with 2 of the best bats that have been pretty active today. Hanneborg and Greeno next in the order. 0-1 the count now. Barrett Freeze glances at second twice and now delivers. Hanneborg check swings. It's going to get away from the catcher. The throw to third is not in time. Beautiful play from Jonason to notice. Now that ball had skirted away from the catcher Colton Lurders. And because of that, Johnson's going to make his way on over to the third. A 1-1 count. And a runner in scoring position just 90 feet away for the Bulldogs. That pitch also outside, ball 2 for Garrett Freeze. Again, landing Greeno up on deck. Jack Polk in the hole for North Platte High School. 2-1 the count now. Turned on, that one's driven out to center field, back at it, and Jonason's looking to step up and tag. He tags, Jonason's going to go, here comes the throw home, not going to be in time, and with that sacrifice fly out from Ty Hanneborg, the Bulldogs retake the lead 4-3 as Landon Greeno. That was up to bat here for North Platte High School. That was flying out to Hayden Murphy in center field, but nothing doing it. And with that, the Bulldogs retake this lead 4-3 with Landon Greeno now up to bat with 2 down. He swings and misses for strike number 1. Jack Polk in the hole for North Platte High School with Dean McIntyre. Jack Polk on deck with Dean McIntyre in the hole for the Bulldogs here in this top of the 5th inning. Barrett Freeze will take the breather and like what he sees and fire is 0-1. Swing and a miss for Greeno. It's now 0-2 the count to the first baseman. Bulldogs really, if they want to be still in the race for hosting a district spot, need to get the victory here today, leading 4-3. 0-2, grounded down the first base side. Still stay at 0-2 the count now. Easton Jones was warming up in the bullpen for North Platte High School. Potential relief for Jack Polk. As here comes the 0-2 pitch to Greeno. Off speed is sky high there. Ball number 1. 1-2 the count now to the first baseman. Don't know if there's any action in the bullpen for Central City Centura right now as Freeze's 1-2 is on the way. Swung on and fouled once again down the first base side as Coach Holm can't hold on to it. Still a 1-2 count as Landon Greeno is really getting his money worth here at this at-bat. Wind still heavily gusting from left to right field. As here comes the 1-2 again. Way outside, ball 2. Great patience from Greeno as he's able to keep his patience on that swing. And with that, it's 2-2 the count now. So he'll step back into the batter's box, ready to rock and rumble. 2-2 with 2 down. Here it comes from Freeze. Ooh, that one's tight inside, ball 3. And Landon Greeno has worked his way back to a full count here. 3-2 with 2 down. It's top of the 5th inning. Greeno needs to keep his patience still up here and not swing on a bad pitch. 3-2 on the way. Popped up, that's going to be drifting on out into left field. No correction, short. The wind pushing in there and gloving it for out number 3. Ends this inning. And just like that, we're going to make our way to the bottom of the 5th inning. North Platte High School still is leading in this one. Retaking the lead, might I say, in this inning. They lead 4-3 when we come back here, FM 98.1. AM 1410, and we'll have actually a pitching change on the mound for North Platte High School when we come back. FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
The DNN Event Center wishes everyone a great sports season. With North Platte and Nebraska weather, things change quickly and can make our lives a little more difficult. Thank goodness for the DNN. The DNN offers hourly rentals for all types of sports practices, including turf, courts, batting cages, and equipment usage. Call the DNN Event Center to schedule your team's practice times and for more league information for all sports seasons. For over 30 years in our community, for your next event, the DNN Event Center.
Family first. My dad used to tell us that all the time. But family first wasn't just something he'd say to us. It was how he lived every day of his life. And it's how I try to live mine too.
At Shelter Insurance, our agents are dedicated to helping provide personalized auto, home, and life protection that puts your family first.
See me, Pete Foltz, at 501 South Jeffers for a free insurance review.
Welcome back here to Colonel's Field on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and as always, video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com. We have a new pitcher on the mound for North Platte High School, Easton Jones, with a 2-0 record and a 3.00 ERA for Jones. He in his 9 1/3 innings pitched, 20 strikeouts, leading the team for North Platte High School, as Jack Polk will have his day come to an end with under 60 total pitches, well, under 70 pitches pitched, so a strong performance for Jack Polk. He did give up those 3 runs on 5 hits, but another quality start for Polk, and now it's up to Easton Jones to see if he can carry the load here for the next, hopefully, 2 innings of play to keep this lead for North Platte High School. It's only at 1 run, 4-3. 4 runs on 2 hits, 1 error for North Platte High School. 3 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors for the Colonels of Central City Centura. Is up to bat now comes Blake Jensen, the leadoff batter. Doubled in his first plate appearance, looking to start off strong here in this inning. That one driven into center field for a base hit. 1 pitch, 1 hit. As on base gets Blake Jensen now 2 for 3 today, and all it took was 1 pitch from Easton Jones, and already on base goes Jensen as Barrett Freeze is now up to bat for Central City Centura. You know, Jones, last time we saw, got the start against Grand Island in the first game of that doubleheader a week ago on Friday, and it's tough for him and the Bulldogs. He didn't even make it out of that inning. The Bulldogs ultimately in that game lost 22-0 as that pitch into Barrett Freeze is there for strike number 1. 0-1 the count now. As here comes the pitch from Jones. That one too low in the dirt. Ball 1 as Freeze was looking to place the bunt down again with Jones moving to the pitching mound. Connor Stifler's moved over to third base. With again Jack Polk taking over his usual position at short. Here comes the 1-1 now from Easton Jones. That one's low and away as it's just a little bit away from McIntyre, but not enough to move Jensen from first. It's 2-1 the count now. Freeze still showing bunt, trying to advance Blake Jensen from first. 2-1, nobody out. Jones gets the sign from McIntyre. Here it comes. It's in there. Strike number 2. Good pitch from Easton Jones to a 2-2 count. Nobody out. 1 on in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bulldogs looking to hold this 1-run lead, 4-3. Pick off at first. Ooh, great throw from Jones, but Jensen gets back in time. That's one of the strengths of Easton Jones that base runners got to be aware of. He has a really great pickoff attempt throw. Jensen gets back in time. Another pickoff attempt. It's Jensen back. The way he's able to turn so quickly and get the ball off really makes the base runner not get a strong and long leadoff. Here comes the 2-2 pitch from Jones. Check swing. It's down in the dirt. Ball 3. So we're at a 3-2 count now. To the pitcher, Garrett Freeze. Barrett Freeze. Jensen at first. 3-2, nobody out. Here comes the pitch from Easton Jones. It's outside, ball 4, and now there's 2 runners on with nobody out. So Jensen moves to second. Freeze moves to first. And now up to bat for Central City Centura and the Colonels, Jacob Rule. 1 for 2 today, Rule is. Has 2 runners on and nobody out, so he could be seeing a sacrifice bunt from Rule. Greeno playing close to the grass as Stifler is at his normal spot at third base. As Jones steps off and gets readjusted. 2 runners on the base pads at second and first. Jensen at second, Freeze at first. That pitch in there. Strike number 1 is Rule not looking to lay the bunt down so far. His normal batting stance. It's 0-1 the count now. Jones will glance on over at second base for a long time. And now deliver the 0-1. Check swing, but it's low. Ball number 1, they're going to say, as assistant coach Holm, not happy as it was Jacob Rule looking to go around on the check swing. Infield umpire said he did not, and with that, it's an 0-1 count. A 1-1 count now to Jacob Rule. It's around the knees for ball 2. It's 2-1 the count now. So 2 runners on. Jensen at first, Freeze at second. Rule looking to advance it with a 2-1 count now. Nobody out. The pitch popped up. That's going to drift foul as Stifler's running for it, but it's going to be out of play. So it's 2-2 the count now. Two and two. 2 runners on, nobody out here. This would be a big out for Easton Jones if he can get it here. 2-2. Runners at second and first, 1 in scoring position. Easton Jones delivers. Swing and a missed. Gets it right past Jacob Rule, and there's out number 1 for the Bulldogs. This bottom of the 5th inning. Now coming up to bat here, Mason Gorecki to the side of the Colonels with 1 out now in this bottom of the 5th inning. Still 2 runners on for the side of Central City Centura, so Bulldogs still have to be careful. That first pitch will be in the dirt, saved by Dean McIntyre for ball number 1. Gorecki struck out swinging last plate appearance. 1-0 count now. 13 total pitches already thrown for Easton Jones. As here comes the now 1-0 pitch from the junior. That one dribbler on over to second. The throw to Shirt. And the throw to first will not be in time. So they will get the easy force out of Freeze at second. So there's 2 down now, but there are runners at the corners for the Colonels as Connor Erickson now comes up to bat. Jensen on over at third, and then Gorecki at first. He'll reach on a fielder's choice. But with 2 down, Easton Jones with an opportunity to end this inning without allowing a run. That one fouled off the bat of Erickson for strike number 1. As Jones at the moment here trying to find that last outs, and 0-1 pitches. Let's say time be called for Erickson to step off and take a breather and retry again. 0-1 count with Easton Jones on over at the mound as that one's fouled off once again. So we'll still stay at a now 0-2 count to Erickson. Jones looking for his second strikeout this inning to end the inning without allowing a run. He'll shake off the sign from McIntyre, glance on over at first, and now deliver his 0-2 pitch. That's high, the throw not over to second in time, and with that, the easy steal from Gorecki, so it's 1-2 the count now, with 2 down to Connor Erickson. That one just a little bit above the letters from Jones, so 2 runners on, 2 in scoring position. The pitch, low and away, ball 2. It's 2-2 the count now. Again, like what I see from Jones, not trying to force one in the zone to see if Erickson will swing on one, but now might have to approach getting it in there. With the 2-2 count, 2-2, 2 out. This bottom of the 5th, Gorecki at second, Jensen at third. The 2-2, that's too high. There's ball 3. So Jones has now worked it back to a full count, 3-2, with 2 down here in this bottom of the 5th inning. Was an 0-2 count to start the at-bat, but now it's been dropped to a 3-2 count. Jones searching for that last out. Hopefully not looking to load the bases. Here comes the 3-2. Oh, that is way outside. It's going to bounce away, and I think a run's going to score as it bounces away from McIntyre. What a play by the Bulldogs! A mistake by Dean McIntyre as it bounces out of his glove to the backstop, but Easton Jones bolts his way home and is able to apply the tag on Blake Jensen, and with that, we're going to the top of the 6th inning. Bulldogs still hold on to this lead, 4-3 when we come back here. FM 98.1, AM 1410, and as always, video live streaming NorthPlattePost.com.
With Sandhill State Bank's new upgraded cart management experience, you can now control your carts anytime, anywhere. The new features and added control allow you to prevent fraud like never before. Get increased transaction details, turn your card on and off whenever you'd like, and report your card lost in an instant, all from our mobile app. More insights, more control, and more security for your banking experience. Bank local and go far with digital banking solutions that go wherever you go. Visit sandhillstate.com to learn more. Sandhill State Bank, member FDIC.
We're always open right around the corner. Quick Stop.
Save money at the pump and Quick Stop with the Dino Pay app. Dino Pay offers contactless payment using your preferred debit or credit card. The savings add up with 12 cents per gallon and even more on Tuesdays and Thursdays with rollbacks for savings of 15 cents per gallon. Huge savings. The Sinclair Dino Pay saving you at the pump. Don't forget Frazzle Gourmet Slushes and For Real Shakes and Smoothies. Gourmet coffee at everyday low prices on your favorite beers.
Quick Stop.
Welcome back here to Colonel Field. It's top of the 6th inning. North Platte still leads 4-3 right here at FM 98.1, AM 1410. And as always, video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com is up to bat now. Jack Polk for the Bulldogs with a still a 1-run lead. 4-3 is still on the mound here for Central City Centura. Barrett Freeze still pitching with that one in the dirt. Ball 1 and outside, ball 2. Our half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann in the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann in the Fortify Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. Next 2-0 pitch into Polk. Make that 3-0 into Jack. Jack Polk. Also thank you to our sponsors here for today's game, Premier Toyota. Premier Toyota just south of I-80 in North Platte. I invite you to stop out, take a test drive here today. Premier Toyota, let's go places. As Barrett Freeze will sneak that into the zone for a now 3-1 count to the leadoff batter in this top of the 6th, Jack Polk. Dean McIntyre on deck as that 3-1 is crushed into center field, but with the wind it's being pushed back in and it's gloved for an easy out number 1. Great contact from Jack Polk, but that pesky wind killed all of the momentum. And with that, it slides back in for an easy out number 1 as Dean McIntyre now will appear here. He is, he's 1 for 1 today. He reached on a fielder's choice. 1 for 2. He reached on a fielder's choice and then RBI singled in his last plate appearance as Barrett Freeze throws that in there for strike number 1. It's 0-1 the count now. Landon Greeno is warming up at the bullpen right now for North Platte High School, as that one's fouled off by McIntyre for strike number 2. Easton Jones is on deck for North Platte, as it's 0-2 count to the catcher McIntyre, as Freeze delivers. Fouled off once again by Dean McIntyre, and now we'll still stay at 0-2 the count, so could see a pitching change next inning for the Bulldogs, as Freeze will take another deep breath, get the sign that he likes, and fire the 0-2. Swing and a miss from McIntyre, but it got away from the catcher, and because of that, Dean McIntyre is going to make his way on over to first on that drop third strike. McIntyre is going to try to make his way to second, and he will do so. An unfortunate, things just went the way for Central City. Centura's Colton Lerters just couldn't find the baseball as it skirts past him to the backstop, and because of that, Dean McIntyre will make his way on over to second base on the dropped third strike, and it's Logan Hayes now on over at second. Pinch running. That brings up Easton Jones for North Platte High School. Can he bring another run home for the Bulldogs? That pitch down low from Barrett Freeze as he's starting to creep up in the pitch count. 82 pitches for Mr. Freeze. As here comes the 1-0 count to Easton Jones. It's down low again. Ball 2. I think what the Colonels are trying to do is get Freeze out of this inning, because if they can make it to the next inning, they'll have a fresh pitcher in the top of the 7th. But, of course, you got to get there, as it's a 2-0 count now to Easton Jones. Make that 0-3, or 3-0, as that's going to get away from Lerters. Ball 4, and now it's Dean McIntyre at third base. I don't even know if Freeze will be able to make it out of this inning with the way he's pitching. It's 3-0 now to Jones with 1 out, and Dean McIntyre in scoring position at third. Oh, he'll bounce back, though, with a good pitch in the zone. For strike number 1, it's 3-1 the count now. 3-1, 1 out, 1 runner at third being McIntyre. Tyler Townsend on deck for North Platte High. That pitch, going to sneak in, strike 2. Jones thought it was outside, and with that, it's now worked full 3-2 with 1 out. So far, the Bulldogs today have been very, very good with runners in scoring position. Can they continue that streak here? Bouncer right back to the pitcher. Freeze is going to stare down Easton Jones and throw it to first for an easy out number 2. So with that infield hit, Bulldogs can't capitalize, and now here comes Tyler Townsend, and now we're going to have a pitching change. for Central City Centura with Tyler Townsend up to bat. McIntyre is still on base at third, but we are going to have a pitching change for the Colonels, as they're going to bring in to pitch Connor Erickson. So Erickson's going to make his way out of left field, and he'll take over on the mound for Barrett Freeze. Erickson not really getting any warm-up action. Well, he probably has been in the dugout in between innings, but he'll be taking over for Freeze, who finished the day with 85 pitches, giving up 4 runs on only 2 North Platte hits. So Erickson takes over, and Freeze is going to make his way out into left field. Bulldogs still holding on to this 1-run lead. It's 4-3 as the left-handed pitcher Erickson comes on now to pitch. There's a runner in scoring position at third base. It is Dean McIntyre. On the year for Cade Erickson, 2.52 ERA. He's 2-1 in his 5-game appearances. Erickson, 8 1/3 innings. He only has 6 strikeouts, though, to his name. Not much of a strikeout king. But has only given up 9 hits in his 8 1/3 appearances. So has done a fantastic job of not only of, even though he can't get the strikeouts much, of forcing hitters into ground outs or pop flies, and he is facing Tyler Townsend, who is 0 for 2 today for the Bulldogs. Townsend, though, with a prime opportunity to drive another run home if he can do so here. He's got McIntyre still at third, facing Connor Erickson, who might be just a little cold. Landon Greeno still warming up in that bullpen, so we should be seeing Greeno next inning as Erickson gets his final pitches in. Wind is still pushing hard from left to right field. 4 runs on 2 hits and 1 error for North Platte High School. 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for Central City Centura. As here we go, up comes Tyler Townsend to bat. Following Townsend, Race Morkey, then Connor Stifler for North Platte High School. As now here we go, ready to rock and roll. Townsend up to bat. Third baseman's on the field for the Colonels, expecting potentially a bunt. First pitch into Townsend is there for strike number 1. Still 2 outs in this top of the 6th inning. Runner at third being McIntyre, with Erickson trying to find this last out without giving up the run. The 0-1 to Townsend. Off speed's in there, strike 2. It's 0-2 the count now. Quick 2 strikes to Tyler Townsend. As Connor Erickson trying to get out this inning unscathed. Coming in for Barrett Freeze. The 0-2 pitch to Townsend. Swung on and fouled down the first base side. So we'll still stay at 0-2 with 2 down. As I said, Race Morkey on deck with Connor Stifler in the hole for North Platte High School. Probably be seeing Landon Greeno this inning when the Bulldogs come up to pitch. Here comes the 0-2 from Erickson. Townsend swings and misses for strike number 3. And the third out of this top of the 6th. We're going to make our way now. Bottom of the 6th inning. North Platte High School still holding on to this lead just barely. 4-3. We can come back. FM 98.1, AM 1410, and of course video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Are you or a loved one in need of medical equipment to improve your quality of life? Look no further than Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment. Their state-of-the-art and affordable medical products are specifically designed to return your independence. From manual and power wheelchairs, mobility scooters, and lift chairs to walking aids, ramps, hospital beds, and bath safety products. They have everything you need to make your home a comfortable and safe place to live. They can even provide CPAP and BiPAP equipment and supplies, as well as oxygen equipment and supplies. Call Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment today.
Taylor is living the Runza dream.
The Fry Life is the high life.
He's stacking up rewards on the Runza mobile app.
Points on points on points on points.
That's a lot of free food from Runza.
Yep, I'm headed there for lunch today.
Download the Runza mobile app to start getting rewards. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Welcome back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, North Platte High School, currently leading Central City Centura 4-3 in the bottom of the sixth inning. Our half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. As still on the mound, Easton Jones for North Platte High School. So Bulldogs trying to eke one more inning out of Easton Jones. He will be facing a favorable matchup as here comes Hayden Murphy to bat. Murphy did single in his last plate appearance for Central City Centura. Can Easton Jones get out of this one unscathed as that pitch just barely squeaks in? Strike number one on the outside part of the plate. 4 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for North Platte High School. 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for Central City Centura. And it's already a quick 0-2 hole to Hayden Murphy. As Jones looking for 3 pitch, 3 strikes here to lead off this bottom of the 6th inning. That one, though, fouled back. So we'll still stay at 0-2 the count. That's fouled back to the netting. 0-2 to Murphy. Jones and the Bulldogs really coming alive in this back half of the game. 4 runs in the 3 in the 4th and 1 in the 5th. As here comes the 0-2. Fouled off for the 3rd straight time to still stay at 0-2, and now the umpire is out of baseballs. 0-2 with nobody out. 3 straight foul balls to Hayden Murphy. Easton Jones looking to get the final strike on the way. Grounded right back to Jones. He'll walk it, throw it to Landon Greeno, and there's out number 1 in this bottom of the 6th inning. Good job from the Bulldogs there. As now up to bat. Luke Vakiner for the side of Central City Centura. He in his last at-bat was able to single on up. He's looking to get on, potentially be the game-tying run as that first pitch from Easton Jones is down low. 1-0 the count now. Bottom of the 6th inning, Bulldogs still holding on to this 1-run lead, 4-3. The pitch, skied up and fouled off once again for strike number 1. 1-1 the count now to Vakiner. Riley Levine on deck for Central City Centura. He had a 2-run RBI single in his last at-bat in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-1 the count now from Jones into Vakiner. Oh, that's too high and outside for ball number 2. It's 2-1 the count now. As Jones likes his sign, his 2-1. Fouled back. And with that, we're 2-2 now. Already pretty strong inning for Easton Jones this time around. As he's looking to get an out here. If he gets an out, that's huge for the Bulldogs in their push to get this victory. The 2-2 on the way. Check swing. They're going to say he went around. The throw going to be in time to throw. I say that's going to be thrown over the head of Landon Greeno. And Vakiner's going to make his way on over to second. The second error for North Platte High School on a routine throw to first from McIntyre following the drop 3rd strike. And because of that, Vakiner gets on over to first, and now there's a runner in scoring position for Riley Levine. Again, he got a 2-run RBI single in his last plate appearance. And the Bulldogs just gifted a freebie to Central City Centura after, instead of getting what would have been the easy second out of this inning, Dean McIntyre makes a rare error from the catching position on the throw to first on the drop 3rd strike. And now here comes Levine potentially score the game-tying run. It gets away from McIntyre. The throw to third is not going to be in time. And after the ball skirts away from Dean McIntyre on a tight pitch inside, McKeener moves to third, and now the runner's just 90 feet away from tying this game up, and the Bulldogs searching for an answer. 4-3 the lead, 1-0 the count now to Levine. He drills that foul down the third base side for strike number one. It's 1-1 the count now. McKeener up to bat, and then on deck, Parker Zickman. 1-1. As Jones shakes off the side from McIntyre and likes that one. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That's low, below the knees. Ball two. 2-1 the count now. 2-1 with one out. McKeener on over at third for the Colonels, threatening to tie this game. As here comes the 2-1 pitch. Oh, beautiful off speed in there. Strike two from Easton Jones. Huge pitch right here for Jones. If he can get the second out, that alleviates a lot of pressure on him. 2-2 the count to Riley Levine, as here comes that pitch from Jones. Oh, mama, and it's going to hit him. And just like that, Riley Levine was going to go to first on a hit by pitch. What was a perfect opportunity there for the Bulldogs. Instead, ends in turmoil as here comes, looks like Logan McKeener for the side of the Colonels, as Easton Jones unfortunately hit Riley Levine, and McKeener now pinch running. Has runners at the corners with only one out here in this bottom of the sixth inning. Unfortunate for Easton Jones. Just a couple of pitches, if they went the right way, we could have already been out of this inning and making our way to the top of the seventh. But the Bulldogs still leading. They are still leading in this one, 4-3, but it's getting tight with one out. Runners at the corners with one in scoring position. McKeener on over at third base, just 90 feet away for Parker Zickman, who's up to bat. Jones sets and looks to fire his pitch in to Zickman. He swings and skies that up, but it's going to fall foul for strike number one. A tense bottom of the sixth inning right now for this Bulldog squad, as Jones with an 0-1 count to Zickman will set, take a breath, and deliver. Popped up once again, but it will fall foul for the second time, but it's 0-2 now to Zickman. This is a good part of the order for North Platte High School, as Zickman struggled to get on in this game, as here comes the 0-2. Swing and a miss! Big strikeout for Easton Jones to now bring up to pitch, or excuse me, to hit Blake Jensen, and this is a tough situation for the Bulldogs here, as Jensen has been on fire, 2 for 3 today. And that's why head coach, or I keep saying head coach, I'm so used to him being the head coach of the FMBO Nationals, but assistant coach Ricky Holm and pitching coach making his way out to the mound to have a talk with Easton Jones in the infield, because with 2 down and runners at the corners, this is a huge, huge, huge opportunity for the Bulldogs to potentially get out of this inning if they can execute. Big at-bat, and it's an unfortunate at-bat if you're a fan of the Bulldogs, because it's probably the most dangerous hitter in today's game, Blake Jensen. So, on over at first for Central City Centura, Logan McKeener on over at first, and then his brother, the other McKeener, Luke McKeener on over at third, as Easton Jones trying to pick off Logan McKeener at first, but it's no good, and here we go. Oh man, this is so tense. My heart's beating through my throat. Here comes the first pitch into Jensen. Swung on, and it's fouled off for strike number one. 0-1 the count now. With 2 down, This bottom of the 6th inning, if Easton Jones can get out of this inning, things are looking bright for the Bulldogs' potential. They'll probably throw Landon Greeno in at the 7th, the bottom of the 7th, in this favorable part of the order that struggled today for the Colonels. But again, you got to face the batter that's in front of you, and that is Blake Jensen. 0-1 the count with 2 down. The Vakiner brothers at the corners, Luke Vakiner at third and Logan at first. Jones shakes off a sign from McIntyre. Likes that one, and time is going to be called by Jensen to breathe and take some swings. 0-1 the count, 2 down in this bottom of the 6th inning. Bulldogs holding on to a 1-run lead with a runner in scoring position at third. Another pickoff attempt will get Logan Vakiner back. So there's game-tying run only 90 feet away at third. 0-1 the count, 2 down here. Easton Jones up to 38 pitches. Fires now his 0-1 pitch. Slowly grounded on over to third. Stifler gloves it. The throw to first. It's in time. And that's going to be the third out of this bottom of the 6th inning. The Bulldogs get out of the inning after a tough start to the inning, giving up some free runners on the base pads. Easton Jones and the Bulldogs are able to get out with a runner in scoring position at third to now make their way to the top of the 7th inning, leading this one 4-3 when we come back here to Colonel's Field on FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming as always, NorthPlattePost.com.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Ask me, Matthew Musselman, about Shelter Life Insurance coverage options.
Buying a car, it's not always the most pleasant experience, but it doesn't have to be that way. 23 years. That's how long Premier Toyota has been in North Platte community, delivering a car buying experience that's friendly, easy, and fun. Check PremierAutoplex.com first, then stop by your lot at 2600 South Willow Street in North Platte. Come see us. Premier Toyota for your next new Toyota or pre-owned vehicle. Premier Toyota at PremierAutoplex.com.
Welcome back here to Colonel's Field. North Platte leading just by one, 4-3 in this top of the 7th inning. Our half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. Also, thank you to our sponsors here for today's game, Dave's Place, Pizza, Wings, and more. And go to 1510 East 4th Street, where you can see all the latest daily specials, wings, and more at Dave's Place. Race Morkey now up to bat for North Platte High School here in this top of the 7th inning. Be facing Connor Erickson as that pitch is in there. Strike number 1. Erickson coming in relief for Barrett Freeze. Last inning, looking to hold the fort down and not allow a run to go to the bottom of the 7th. Whoa, that off speed and a whole new area code with that pitch. 1-1 the count now. 4 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors for the Bulldogs. 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for Central City Centura. That pitch from Erickson outside, ball 2. Good patience from Morkey. On deck for North Platte High School was going to be Connor Stifler. But now it's Gabe Moreno warming up for the Bulldogs. That pitch down low, ball 3 to Race Morkey. As Moreno looking to pinch hit here for the Bulldogs, but it's a 3-1 count to Race Morkey. That's, ooh, wow, it's in there at the knees, strike 2. 3-2 the count. That looked like a ball to Morkey, but we'll go to the full count now for Connor Erickson on the mound. Here comes his 10th pitch. It's down low, ball 4, and it may have taken one more pitch, but Race Morkey goes on over to first, and here comes Gabe Moreno for North Platte High School. He's going to be pinch hitting for Connor Stifler. That most certainly means the end for Easton Jones on the mound. So on the year for Gabe Moreno, hitting .333 on the season. Looking for his first RBIs of the year, but in a prime position to move Morkey up from second. Of course, Caden Jonason on deck with Ty Hanneborg in the hole for North Platte. The Bulldogs can really do some damage here if they can get, or maybe even just guarantee some breathing room if they can get another run across, as the pitch from Erickson to Moreno on the off-speed is there for strike number one. Orkeon over at first. Bulldogs haven't really tested attempting a steal today, as Erickson likes the sign and will take a long glance at first and deliver his 0-1. Another off-speed's in there for strike two to Moreno. 0-2 the countdown. Nobody out. Morkey on at first. Two off-speeds from Erickson find the strike zone. Will it go 3 for 3 here? Here comes his 0-3. There goes the runner. Great jump from Morkey, and he's not even going to be tested as he successfully steals second base. I talked about how the Bulldogs haven't tested the waters, and Race Morkey got an amazing jump from first. Again, Erickson's a left-handed thrower, and that's what makes it even more impressive. There's that coach home base running aggression we're so used to from the Nationals. It came at the right time, and now Race Morkey's at second with nobody out. Erickson, long glance at second. Delivers the 0-2-1 Moreno. Oh, it's in there at the knees. Strike number 3 is down goes Gabe Moreno for out number 1, but that just brings up some more danger for Connor Erickson. Is up to bat is Caden Jonason. He's 0 for 3 today. Not the best day for Joni from the mound. Excuse me, from behind the plate, but he can come up clutch whenever needs be, and this would be a clutch scenario with Morkey at second. First pitch from Erickson is off-speed in. Strike number 1, Erickson with that off-speed is just finding so much success. And his little short stint so far, relieving starting pitcher Barrett Freeze. So 0-1 the count now. Center fielder Caden Jonason up to bat on deck. Ty Hanneborg with Landon Greeno in the hole. One out, 0-1 count. Here comes the pitch to Jonason as Erickson fires. That one slowly grounded back to Erickson. The throw on over to first will be in time, but that is going to advance the runner, Race Morkey, on over to third, and here comes Ty Hanneborg. Got hit by a pitch in his first plate appearance, a big hit in his second, and now here with an opportunity in his third to make a huge game-changing play. The Bulldogs do hold on to the lead right now. It's 4-3, but they could get a nice insurance run here from a big hit from Ty Hanneborg, who has been on fire these last couple of games. He's facing Connor Erickson, who has also been on fire since relieving Barrett Freeze. He'll step and look and get his sign. Here comes the pitch to Hanneborg. That off-speed will find the zone again. It's 0-1 the count. Man, that off-speed from Erickson has just been deadly. It's now in his top of the 7th. 2 out, 1 runner on at third, just 90 feet away, Race Morkey. The 0-1 from Erickson. That's outside. He went back to that off-speed. It's 1-1 the count now. 2 down. Top of the 7th. Bulldogs that 1-run lead. As here comes Connor Erickson's pitch as he gets the sign and goes into his motion. Swung on and fouled off the bat of Ty Hanneborg, and that's going to bounce off the home plate umpire. So it's a 1-2 count, but the umpire now going to take a breather. You're taking a nasty one, I think, off of his left hand. So it's 1-2 with 2 down now. for Ty Hanneborg. That pitch was too far inside from Erickson, but maybe a little bit of a break the Bulldogs needed to refocus in here. Hanneborg up to bat, 2 down, runner in scoring position just 90 feet away, Race Morkey at third base. As out comes the trainer to have a talk with the home plate umpire to see how he's doing. He took a nasty one off the fingers. I don't know if that was off of the bat or off of the ball. In some pain right now. Still getting some lookout, so hopefully he's doing okay. That was a nasty hit. He took the hand. But really a big at-bat here for the Bulldogs. I wouldn't be shocked if Connor Erickson goes back to his off-speed that's just been so deadly here in his short inning to inning and a half he's been in so far. And not even an inning and a half. He showed up in the last plate appearances. The home plate umpire is feeling all better and ready to rock and roll. As here we go, a 1-2 count with 2 down in this top of the 7th inning. One runner on being Race Morkey at third. As Connor Erickson get ready, and so does everybody else. 1-2 with 2 down. Hanneborg ready to rock and roll and steps back into the batter's box. Here we go. Erickson, long stare down. He likes the sign. Here we go. 1-2. The payoff pitch on the way. Oh, it's just too high above the letters. 2-2. Whew, just right on that line. And with that, it's 2-2 with 2 down now. Erickson did go back to that off speed. Will he do it again here? 2-2. The pitch. Swung on. Grounded up into center. That might bring a run home. The throw to first is going to be in time. Just barely. Erickson almost gave up an infield single, but we're now going to be moving to the bottom of the 7th inning. Bulldogs, with 3 outs left to go, will now be up here. We might have a pitching change. I most certainly think we will. As we actually hold our breath here, it's actually going to be Easton Jones. Maybe taking a sec. Is he walking out? He is walking out to the mound. Easton Jones still pitching for North Platte High School. We come back here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Your husband is pretty handy to have around. He makes the world's best mac and cheese. He's in the Tickle Monster Hall of Fame. And he can teach anyone how to throw strikes. But a busted pipe and a basement full of water?
Honey, I think we need a plumber.
Is a little out of his league. That's where a homeowner's policy from Shelter Insurance comes in handy. We'll help get your house back in order and your husband back to what he does best.
Find me, Brent Rogo, at 502 East Francis.
Where do you go for wings?
Dave's Place.
Where do you go for pizza?
Dave's Place.
What about cold drinks, a family atmosphere, and nightly specials?
Dave's Place.
Sounds like a sweep for Dave's Place. Pizza made from fresh dough, drink deals, and yes, the best pizza and wings.
It's Dave's Place.
Dave's Place on East 4th Street or at davesplacenp.com.
Order it, carry out, DoorDash. Dave's Place. Whoop, whoop.
I'm Jared Remus with Jerry Remus Chevrolet of North Platte. The Bulldogs play here on FM 98.1 and 1410 AM KOOQ AM North Platte. We've got the keys to your new car.
Welcome back here to Colonel's Field. It's now still a 4-3 lead with still on the mound Easton Jones pitching. Again, our half-inning breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B, as well as our other sponsors here for today's game, Sandhill State Bank. Most committed brand and banking with locations in North Platte, Ogallala, Grant, and many more. Head to sandhillstate.com for a full list of services and locations. It is now an 0-2 count into Barrett Freeze as Easton Jones is looking for the strikeout. The pitch. Oh, too high. Ball number 1, 1-2. This is a very season-changing inning right here, potentially for North Platte High School. If they get this win, they have now an outside chance of potentially hosting a district spot. The 1-2, it's outside, ball 2. They'll need a lot of things to go their way. But the Bulldogs, they can get out of this inning with the victory. We pick up a huge win on their road to districts. 2-2 the count now to Freeze. As Jones delivers. Another pitch outside. That's ball 3 after getting the first 2 pitches into the zone. It's now a full count to Barrett Freeze. Landon Greeno was warming up earlier, last couple of innings, so he's there just in case. The 3-2. Slowly grounded back up the middle, and it's going to probably reach on an infield hit as just barely tips out of the hand of Easton Jones, and just like that, there's one runner on now for Jacob Rule for Central City Centura in this bottom of the 7th inning. Game-tying run on over at first. Barrett Freeze, nobody out. As Rule, 1 for 3, a lone single in his first plate appearance. Has Barrett Freeze at first. Jones will look to deliver his first pitch in. That one swung on, and it's going to get into center field for a base hit. So now the game-winning run is on over at first base. Are we going to see it? We are going to see a pitching change here for North Platte High School, just like that. Landon Greeno now going to take over for Easton Jones with the game-winning run on over at first base. As we'll have that change. Landon Greeno had a fantastic start against Grand Island on Friday in game number 2 of the doubleheader. Now with an opportunity to really change this game up and really supplant it for the Bulldogs. They're in a tough situation, 2 runners on. Ooh, and they're actually, I thought they were going to have to do a change. I thought Coach already had a mound visit to Easton Jones earlier on in the game. I guess not. So Easton Jones is still on the mound. No runners his day. He has 2 runners on. The runner at first in scoring position. We're going to try to pick off. Oh, no, it's not going to get there in time as they try to do the diversion as Ty Annenborg was going to make his push around the base pad, and then Jack Polk, who's now at second, was going to run to second to see if they can get the pickoff. No good. So Jones looking for that first pitch to Gurecki. Nobody out. 2 runners on in the bottom of the 7th inning. Barrett Freeze at second. Again, Gurecki up to bat with Jacob Rule at first. Rule at first is the game-winning run for Central City Centura. 4-3 lead for North Platte High School. Easton Jones looking for the first out of this inning at the least. His first pitch into Gurecki on the way. It's in there. Strike number 1. Big pitch. I think this is a huge and an easy out with the way it's gone so far today for Easton Jones and the Bulldogs. Gurecki struck out swinging in all of his plate appearances. As Jones now with the 0-1. Oh, that one just on the line. It's 1-1. I disagree with that one, but still a 1-1 count to Gurecki. As Easton Jones will step back onto the mound. Again, 2 runners on the base pads in this bottom of the 7th inning. Glance at second. Easton Jones delivers. Oh, that one drifting into right field. It's going to the fence line. It's going. And it is fouled. Oh, just barely making it foul. Huge foul ball for the Bulldogs as Gurecki pulling it all the way to right field. Race Morkey has drifted closer to center field, and that's what made it so scary. If the wind is what carried that foul. If it didn't, that was a fair ball and the game over, but it's a 1-2 count to Gurecki with Easton Jones looking for his first out in this bottom of the 7th as he sets and glances at second and fires. That's in the dirt, but doesn't drift away from Dean McIntyre. It's 2-2 the count now. 2-2 with nobody out. It's bottom of the 7th inning. Huge at bat here for either side. Bulldogs looking to get an out or a double play. Here comes Jones. 2-2. Swung on and missed. Down goes Gorecki for the 3rd time today. And now, whoops, there's a mistake. Now we're with 1 out, bringing up Connor Erickson to the plate. Still 2 runners on with 1 out. A double play ends the game. Erickson looking to play hero ball here with Freeze at second and Rule at first. The first pitch into Erickson is swung on into left field for a base hit. The game-tying run will come home, and the game-winning run will now sit at third. An RBI double for Connor Erickson. And just like that, the game is now tied 4-4. 8th hit today. As here comes Hayden Murphy. And now they're going to intentionally walk Hayden Murphy to load the bases and potentially get a double play. As Luke Vakiner now comes up to bat. Vakiner got a base hit in his last plate appearance. Now has the bases loaded with only 1 out here in this bottom of the 7th inning. Game-winning run just 90 feet away at third base. Easton Jones still on the mound for North Platte High School. Vakiner with a chance to end the game right here, right now. As Jones fires, that's high and away, ball 1 to Vakiner. 1-0 the count now. Bases loaded situation. 1-0 the count. Easton Jones delivers. Drifting out in the left field. Drifting, still drifting, and it stays fair. And that's how this game. Oh, they're going to say it's foul. Oh my gosh. It looked like it was fair, and it just barely falls foul. Oh my good heavens. A late call from the home plate official calls it foul, so what would have been the game-winning run coming home will have to walk back as it's now a 1-1 count to Vakiner with 1 out, and the base is loaded. As Easton Jones gets the sign from Dean McIntyre, and Vakiner calls time to step out. 54 pitches in relief for Easton Jones. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike number 2 as Jones blows it right past Vakiner. In this bottom of the 7th inning, a 1-2 count with 1 out. It's Easton Jones looking for the strikeout and the second out. Here comes his 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Vakiner for the second out of this inning. And here comes Riley Levine. Levine got a big 2-run RBI single in the bottom of the 4th inning to tie the game up for Central City Centura, and then got hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. Now has a chance to win it here. The base is loaded, and 2 down as that swung on and missed. Strike number 1. 0-1 with 2 down now. Bases loaded for the Colonels. Jones looking to get out of this inning, giving up the 1 run. The 0-1 pitch, down low. Got McIntyre a little bit away from his spot, but he catches it. It's 1-1 the count now. No action in the bullpen for the Bulldogs, as it's a 1-1 count now from Easton Jones to Levine. He likes to sign for McIntyre. Here comes the 1-1. Oh, it's just going to be a little outside. It's 2-1 the count now to Riley Levine. 2 outs here in this bottom of the 7th inning. With the bases loaded for Central City Centura. They're tied now 4-4. The 2-1 pitch from Easton Jones on the way. Swung on and fouled down the third base side for strike number 2. Whew, everybody hold your breaths. This is a big one right here. 2-2 the count with 2 down in the game on the line. Any hit into the outfield ends the game. An out keeps it alive. 2-2, Easton Jones fires. Oh, it's low and away, ball 3, and now really the game is on the line right here. A ball ends the game in a walk, a strike, and the game continues, and we go to the top of the 8th inning. What will Easton Jones go to versus Riley Levine? He's back in the batter's box. 3-2 count on the way. Swung on over to third. The throw to first is in time. Even though Connor Stifler at third fumbled the ball, he gets the out at first. And this game will still continue on here for North Platte High School. It is tied 4-4 as we're making our way to the top of the 8th inning. It's extra innings baseball right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and as always, video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Whether you're a weekend warrior, youth, or professional athlete, the Great Plains Health Sports Medicine Team has you covered. The team includes orthopedic surgeons, athletic trainers, and other healthcare specialists who spend their time at local high school and college sporting events, ensuring that athletes stay as injury-free as possible. In the event of an injury, the team remains committed to returning athletes to competition as quickly and safely as possible.
Contact the Great Plains Health Sports Medicine Team by calling 308-568-7456.
Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
Welcome back here to Colonel's Field. It's currently a 4-4 ball game here in this top of the 8th inning. Extra innings baseball right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and as always, video live streaming on NorthPlattePost.com. Again, our happening breaks brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortify Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B, as Landon Greeno leads off this top of the 8th inning with a single. And the Bulldogs will get on here to lead this 8th inning to now bring up Jack Polk to the plate. As we'll get a courtesy runner for Landon Greeno. Probably, I believe that's Logan Hayes taking on over at first base. With Jack Polk now up to bat. And Hayes on over at first. There's the game-leading run at first here in this top of the 8th inning. Extra innings baseball. Thank you again to our sponsors here for today's game. CT Computer Services, your IT guy since 2005, located on 905 South Willow. Connor Erickson is still pitching for the side of Central City Centura. No action in the bullpen for the Colonels. Again, Hayes on over at first as Erickson with the windup delivers. Polk tries to lay the bunt down, but it's pulled back for ball number 1. 1-0 count now. The freshman Hayes at first. Seen some courtesy running here today. 1-0 now. Now the interesting part is going to be, will Landon Greeno pitch in the next inning? The 1-0. Pulled back again from Polk for ball number 2. The infield playing for the bunt. knowing it's coming. Again, with nobody out, Bulldogs looking to get the runner on over to second. 2-0, the count now. The pitch, there goes Logan Hayes, and it's almost going to hit Jack Polkin. A beautiful, beautiful, not only great jump from Logan Hayes, but also some luck as that pitch was way inside, not allowing a play to be made at not looking to have a play be made at second, excuse me. As now it's Connor Erickson potentially walking Jack Polk. Here comes a 3-0. Polk pulls back again, but that's in there for strike number 1. It's 3-1 the count now. Dean McIntyre up on deck for North Platte High School. Logan Hayes at second for the Bulldogs as Erickson steps off and gets Hayes back. 3-1 the count. Runner in scoring position at second being Hayes. The pitch. Off speed, not in there as, oh my. I may be, the voice of the Bulldogs, but I do have to disagree with that call. That was in there, but we'll take it as now there's 2 runners on the base pad for North Platte High School. Hayes at second, Jack Polk at first for Dean McIntyre. He already has an RBI single to his name today. Started off that 3-run, top of the 4th inning. Can he continue and bring another run home today? As that one is fouled off. Strike number 1. On deck, Easton Jones for North Platte High School. As Connor Erickson gets the sign and delivers now his 0-1 pitch into McIntyre. Check swing, and it's in there, though. Strike 2. 0-2 the count now. 2 good pitches from Erickson. 0-2. No outs here in this top of the 8th inning. Bulldogs tied 4-4 with Central City Centura. Now here comes the 0-2 from Erickson. Here it comes. Swung on and just barely fouled off by McIntyre. Got a little caught up on the off speed from Connor Erickson, and with that it's an 0-2 count. 30 pitches on the day so far for Erickson, relief for Garrett Freeze. Glance at first and second for Erickson. The pitch, double run steal attempt going in. The throw on over to third is not in time. And with that, the double steal is successful. A Bulldog classic executed to perfection. And it's a 1-2 count now with runners in scoring position at second and third. Hayes at third, Polk at second. The infield all up for a bunt. The entire infield's on the grass. The 1-2, swung on, roller, bounces off of the second baseman's glove, and McIntyre, is out on over at first. Bang, bang play at first, but the run at third will score for North Platte High School. So Hayes will score. 1 down here in this top of the 8th inning. McIntyre did score, but head coach Ricky Holm, I did it again. Assistant coach Ricky Holm was hoping that he got on. As now, with 1 out, Erickson looking to deliver the pitch to the next hitter, who's Easton Jones. That off speed is above the letters there for ball number 1. Polk still on over at third base. North Platte High School, 1-0 the count, 1 out here, top of the 8th inning. Erickson delivers. That off speed will find the mark. It's 1-1 the count now. 1-1 with 1 out. After Jones, Tyler Townsend up to bat. For North Platte High School, infield still up on the grass. As Erickson, the deep breath, delivers his 1-1 pitch. Check swing, but it's low in the dirt. Ball number 2 as that almost got away. From Coulter Lurters. As here comes the 2-1 now to Jones. Off speed, off the mark. It's now 3-1 the count now to Easton Jones. With only 1 out here in this top of the 8th inning, Bulldogs leading 5-4. 3-1 with 1 out. Connor Erickson now sets and delivers that 3-1. Jones looks to lay the bunt down. Nice bunt. That'll certainly score the run, and it will. Jack Polk gets down a beautiful sacrifice bunt from Easton Jones. Will get the second out of the inning for the Colonels, but now the lead is 6-4 as up comes Jordan Yonkers, as now head coach. John Burns goes have a talk with the umpire for the pinch hitter for Tyler Townsend, as Jordan Yonkers now will be taking over. Big sacrifice bunt from Easton Jones. After a not-so-clean bottom of the 7th inning, he makes up for it with a huge sacrifice bunt to score Jack Polk from third and give the Bulldogs a 2-run lead in this top of the 8th inning. So Connor Erickson now still on the mound. Now will be facing the senior Jordan Yonkers. On the year for Yonkers from a hitting standpoint. Yonkers hitting .278 with 2 RBIs. That one swung on and fouled to the parking lot for strike number 1. Yonkers, even though he's having a pretty good season, does have some really strong power. We saw it over the weekend where he flew some out to the warning tracks against Grand Island and Kearney. Can he do another one here? The 0-1. Check swing, and that's outside. Ball number 1. It's 1-1 the count now. A 6-4 lead for North Platte High School. 1-1 the count with 2 down as Erickson gets the sign and now delivers that 1-1. That one slowly chipped on over to first, and it's going to get out of the glove of Jensen, and Yonkers gets on! Blake Jensen yet again with a mistake at first base as that bounces out of his glove, and Jordan Yonkers will reach on the error. And with that, one runner on for Race Morkey with 2 out in this inning. Morkey, last time around, was in a position to score at third last inning. Now what can he do here as that first pitch is in there for strike number 1. It's 0-1 the count now to Race Morkey. Yonkers on over at first base for North Platte High. 0-1 the count now, 2 down. That next pitch is in there, strike number 2 to Race Morkey. It's 0-2 the count now. 0-2 with 2 down. Yonkers at first as Erickson's pitch to Morkey goes. That's just going to be outside as Yonkers successfully steals second. So it's a 1-2 count. Runner on over at second for Jordan Yonkers. The 1-2. High and away. Ball 2. It's 2-2 the count now. A big single from Race Morkey could score Jordan Yonkers from second now. As Connor Erickson gets set. Here comes the 2-2. That's tight and low. Ball 3. Up next for North Platte High School, Connor Stifler for the Bulldogs. 3-2 with 2 down now to Race Morkey, who playing right field today. 6-4 lead for the Bulldogs. Connor Erickson delivers the 3-2. Popped up, and it's fouled off. We'll still stay at 3-2. Morkey a little behind on that swing, but was able to get some contact on it. And we'll still stay at 3-2. Yonkers most certainly going to go running on this pitch with 2 down. The 3-2 from Erickson to Morkey. Swung on, driven into center field. Yonkers is on his way around in third. The throw home will not be in time, and the Bulldogs take a 3-run lead here in this top of the 8th inning. Race Morkey with a huge hit. And just like that, it's a 7-4 game for North Platte High School with Connor Stifler up to bat. What a play by the Bulldogs hitting staff. After what has been for Race Morkey a tough year on the plate as a whole, hitting below 100, he comes up with a big hit And now the Bulldogs lead 7-4 as we're going to have a pitching change on the game right now, I believe. Coming up to pitch now for Central City Centura, Blake Jensen. Oh, actually, no, correction. It's going to be Luke Wagner who'll be taking over pitching for Central City Centura, now trailing by 3, 7-4 with 2 outs here in this top of the 8th inning. What a game this has been. It all started off with an early lead going the way of Central City Centura. They led 1-0 all the way up to the top of the 4th inning till one Dean McIntyre finally was able to get the Bulldogs on the board. And that inning, 3 runs came across for North Platte High. Unfortunately, though, in the bottom of the 4th inning, the Bulldogs gave up 2 more to get the game tied at 3-3 apiece. In that very next inning, in the top of the 5th, North Platte was able to get a run across. They led 4-3 all the way up till the bottom of the 7th inning, where they gave up 1 run to the Colonels and made their way here into extra innings and have gotten 3 runs across on 3 big hits for this squad. And now they lead 7-4 in this top of the 8th inning. What a comeback this is. And this, again, we talked last week with assistant coach Ricky Holm when he came up to our booth about the resilience of this team after losing 2 games to Grand Island last Friday. They bounced back with a big win over Kearney, 11-8, and are doing the same thing here against Central City Centura. After almost having the game come to an end with a bases-loaded situation, they made their way to the top of the 8th and now lead 7-4 over one of the best teams in Class C. As it's Connor Stifler now up to bat. He has Race Morkey at first. Stifler looking for his first hit in today's game. It's been ping-ponged all over the infield. Started at shortstop for Jack Polk and has moved his way now to third. And now back off with Easton Jones. Maybe potentially off the mound as that first pitch from Wagner's too high, ball number 1. Again, Wagner really had no time to warm up. He was playing right field. And now the 1-0 pitch from Wagner. Down low, ball 2, as Stifler doing a good job of staying patient. Morkey's on over at first for the Bulldogs. Really, they're starting to hit their stride right now. North Platte is in this top of the 8th inning. A 2-0 count to Connor Stifler. So here comes the pitch from Wagner. It finally will reach into the zone for strike number 1. 2-1 the count now. And Stifler, as well as Caden Jonason, who's due up next, searching for their first hits today. The 2-1 from Wagner. Swung on and missed by Stifler. That one was in the dirt. High arching off speed. 2-2 the count now to Connor Stifler with Race Morkey on over at first. So here comes Wagner's pitch. It's in there, not too high for ball number 3. That one I thought actually reached below the letters, but it will stay too high. Ball 3 as Race Morkey successfully steals second. And now a 3-2 count to Connor Stifler as the pitch. Oh, that's going to bounce off of Stifler. And with that, the run on over to first. So we might actually have to see Connor Stifler go back, as some errors on the side of the pitching and the infielding from the Colonels now has Connor Stifler on over to second now, as he was, I think, hit by a pitch. He goes over to, actually, maybe they say that he was a drop third strike. He made his way to first, ran to second after nobody was covering the bag, and now here comes Caden Jonason up to bat. This top of the 8th inning. That pitch down low, ball 1. Oh my gosh, it's all falling apart for the Colonels here. 1-0 to Joni, looking for his first hit today, and what a big one it would be. The 1-0, popped on up into the sky, but it will fall foul, thank heavens. For strike number 1. Again, Caden Jonason, one of the few North Platte batters today that has yet to record a hit. Did walk in his first plate appearance. Would love to get his hit here. That off speed, though, will find the center of the zone. Strike two. Oh, the run's coming home. Oh, my gosh, the steal home's in time. Oh, my good heavens. The Coach Home special. Race Morkey steals home plate. And then Connor Stifler steals third. I didn't think I'd see it this season. But we did, and the Bulldogs execute another run. They're up 4 now, 8-4. It's a 1-2 count to Caden Jonason with still another run on the docket at third base. The 1-2. Oh, that's down low, ball 2. What a game this has been for North Platte High School. 4 runs here in this top of the 8th inning. It's 8-4. Stifler only 90 feet away from home. The 2-2. Oh, it's in there. Strike 3. Down goes Caden Jonason. But we're now going to the bottom of the 8th inning. North Platte High School explodes for 4 runs in this top of the 8th. Can they secure the victory here in the bottom of the 8th? When we come back, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and as always, video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Where do you go for wings?
Dave's Place.
Where do you go for pizza?
Dave's Place.
What about cold drinks, a family atmosphere, and nightly specials?
Dave's Place.
Sounds like a sweep for Dave's Place. Pizza made from fresh dough, drink deals, and yes, the best pizza and wings.
It's Dave's Place.
Dave's Place on East 4th Street or at davesplacenp.com.
Order it. Carry out. DoorDash. Dave's Place. Whoop, whoop.
Welcome back here to Colonel's Field as North Platte High School has now a 4-run lead. 8-4 here in this bottom of the 8th inning. And fine, of course, our half-inning sponsors brought to you in part by Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. Check out Kevin McGann and the Fortifying Group. His location, 621 South Dewey, Suite B. Still on the mound for North Platte High School, Easton Jones. Coach Home and head coach John Burns sticking with them. Can he bring victory to the Bulldogs today? Parker Zickman now up to bat for the side of Central City Centura. They trail 4 runs here. 8-4. Bulldogs again are in the hunt for hosting a district series. They are on the outside looking in. They beat Kearney in a pretty convincing fashion on Saturday. A win here against Central City Centura would be huge. That first pitch in, though, to Zickman was down low for ball number 1 from Easton Jones. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on to Stifler, bounced out of his glove. Gloved by Hannah Borg, but the throw to first will not be in time as that's going to bounce through Stifler's glove. And first error for Stifler today. 3rd error overall for the Bulldogs. 3rd as well for side of Central City Centura. So with that hit from Zickman brings up the top of the order Blake Jensen. Nobody out. A double, a single, a fly out for Jensen. He's on cycle watch here as Easton Jones will fire it in to Dean McIntyre. 2 tight inside, ball 1. It's 1-0 the count now to Blake Jensen with, again, Zickman on over at first base for Central City Centura. The 1-0, driven out to right field. Race Morkey running, and gloving it. And there's out number 1, a huge hurdle for the Bulldogs. Out there is Blake Jensen, probably the deadliest man on the Central City Centura squad that's been eating up the Bulldogs today, flies out, and here comes Barrett Freeze now. Freeze has also been eating it up today with a couple hits. He now has a runner against Zickman at first for Central City Centura as Easton Jones's pitch is swung on, grounded. Here comes a double play. Oh, it's out through the glove of Ty Hanneborg. And with that, an infield single for Barrett Freeze. And with that, 2 runners are now on for Central City Centura. What could be a potential double play just barely gets through the glove of Ty Hanneborg. He's playing shortstop now with Jack Polk on over at second, so a little bit out of position on the infield. So with that, single now up to bat here for the side of Central City Centura, Jacob Rule. 2 runners on now, as that's a beautiful pitch from Easton Jones, and it's in there for strike number 1. Still force out at basically every bag but home. If the Bulldogs can pull it off. 0-1 count to Rule. As here comes the pitch from Easton Jones. On the way. Popped up. Drifting out to Race Morkey in right field. He's getting under it. And he gloves it there. The tag up from second will advance the runner on over to third base from Parker Zickman. And with 2 down, up to bat. Up now to bat. The side of Central City Centura, Mason Gorecki. Gorecki struck out in all 3 of his plate appearances. He has 2 runners on the base paths. 1 at the corners. Zickman at third. Freeze on over at first. 2 down in this bottom of the 8th inning. Jones fires. Check swing. They're say he went around for strike number 1. 0-1 the count now. 2 more strikes, and the Bulldogs pick up the victory. 70 pitches for Easton Jones in this game. Now the 0-1 from Jones on the way. Swing and fouled off by Gorecki, but it's strike number 2. A beautiful pitch from Easton Jones. Jones with a huge opportunity to end this game right here for North Platte High School. As he sets the 0-2. Oh, it's low and away. Ball number 1. The tag, though, is, oh my good heavens, safe at second. I don't believe it. Freeze looked to be clear out at second. But the umpire at the infield going to say he is safe. It's 1-2 the count now. Unbelievable call, but the Bulldogs still with an opportunity to end it right here. Runners at second and third, a 1-2 count. Easton Jones slowly grounded to Polk at second. The glove to first, and the Bulldogs have done it! After blowing an opportunity to win it in the bottom of the 7th inning, 4 runs come across for North Platte High School in the top of the 8th, and they do it! They defeat Central City Centura 8-4. What a game for North Platte High School! After what was a huge opportunity for North Platte to make a big difference in a bid to host a district tournament, they pick up 2 big wins in back-to-back games, one against Kearney last Saturday and one here against Central City Centura. We'll step aside and we'll take a break. We come back, quick stop, post-game show. Right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Free PC and Mac checkups at CT Computer Services in North Platte? That's right. Let CT Computer Services diagnose your systems to ensure your hardware integrity, security, and overall PC Mac health are running as they should. For a free PC Mac checkup, stop in at 905 South Willow in North Platte or call 308-534-3628. CT Computer Services, your IT guys since 2005.
With Sandhill State upgraded cart management experience. You can now control your carts anytime, anywhere. The new features and added control allow you to prevent fraud like never before. Get increased transaction details, turn your cart on and off whenever you'd like, and report your card lost in an instant. All from our mobile app. More insights, more control, and more security for your banking experience. Bank local and go far with digital banking solutions that go wherever you go. Visit sandhillstate.com to learn more. Sandhill State Bank, member FDIC.
Free PC and Mac checkups at CT Computer Services in North Platte? That's right. Let CT Computer Services diagnose your systems to ensure your hardware integrity, security, and overall PC Mac health are running as they should. For a free PC Mac checkup, stop in at 905 South Willow in North Platte or call 308-534-3628. CT Computer Services, your IT guys since 2005.
With Sandhill State Bank's new upgraded cart management experience, you can now control your carts anytime, anywhere. The new features and added control allow you to prevent fraud like never before. Get increased transaction details, turn your cart on and off whenever you'd like, and report your card lost in an instant. All from our mobile app. More insights, more control, and more security for your banking experience. Bank local and go far with digital banking solutions that go wherever you go. Visit sandhillstate.com to learn more. Sandhill State Bank, member FDIC.
Are you in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV? Look no further than Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln for your next vehicle. Look online 24/7 at BillSummers.com. Bill Summers is Western Nebraska's leasing headquarters, and they have aggressive financing to get you into the vehicle you've been dreaming of. Check out all the inventory at BillSummers.com anytime. Bill Summers Ford, Honda, Nissan, Lincoln, where families are our business. Highway 83 and Walker Road in North Platte, and online 24/7 at BillSummers.com.
It's the Quick Stop post-game wrap-up. Quick Stop never closes, with 24 locations open 24 hours a day.
Welcome back here to Colonel Field, North Platte High School. Huge 8-4 victory over Central City Centura. I'm joined, though, by head coach John Byrne. Coach, last week was really, the quintessential win for this team in the season over Kearney, and you guys one-upped yourself right here, defeating Central City Centura. It took a lot of work. It wasn't the cleanest of victories, but how about it? An 8-4 extra inning game after giving up a run in the seventh. Bounce back with some great resilience for 4 runs.
Oh, the kids played tough. They just executed down at the end. That was the big difference in the game. They came through when we really needed it at the end.
I talked with assistant coach Holm last Saturday about the resilience of this team. To get Wallygaggled 22-0 against Grand Island, and losing the doubleheader, to bounce back and really taking it to the Bearcats. Same thing happened here. You got down early in the game, you bounced back, you let one get across in the bottom of the seventh when you could have ended it, but it's just that resilience that this team has shown all season that stepped up once again. How proud are you to see that no matter, how bad it gets or how tough it gets, this team is still going to bounce back and put its best foot forward?
Well, I'll tell you right out the gate, Jack Polk did an outstanding job. He's come out and really taken the bull by the horns, if you will, and been a great leader for us at Kearney and then here again tonight. But everybody contributed to this. This was a great team win for us.
And I think that's what the huge difference maker is. It's such a great team win. It wasn't just one person. Even though Jack Polk, as well as Easton Jones, really put out and flat out put a great performance together, it really was a whole team effort, defensively, offensively. Because the Central City Centura squad is not a team to be messing with. They are above 11 wins this season. Heading towards yet again another district host and potentially even a state appearance. And to come out of the gates and really get your foot forward and get this victory, it just will continue to bring momentum and still keep your chances alive at a potential district host.
Yes, there is an outside chance that could happen. I'm excited. We talked about this all week. If we come out and take care of business, we'll put ourselves in a good position heading into districts. So,
and that's what you always want to see. Keep the destiny in your hands. Again, I talked with Coach Holm last week about those extra week off. It's again, a lot of teams at this point in the year or in the season have already going to be racking up a couple more games before they head into districts. How much of an advantage is it to you to maybe get a couple extra days off to get some valuable practice in, or do you still wish that you could maybe play a couple extra games before district time?
Yeah, I wish we would have got one more in closer to the end. Now we've got Aurora Aurora next week, so Tuesday, but it would have been nice to have another one on Thursday. But let me make sure I throw a bone out to Coach Holm, because, boy, he did an outstanding job. When those left-handers came into pitch, having been a left-handed pitcher, he just kind of knew when to go and had those kids off and running right away. And so he picked up on that. So outstanding job in the 8th inning for us.
And I think what is something that's been getting better and better, the base running. There was a little bit of a mishap earlier on in the game that still resulted in one run to come across, but that top of the 8th inning, all that base running, all of that, the steals, the double steals, the stealing home plate as well, that takes a lot of communication, not just between, the team on the field, but also both of you coaches to make sure you're on the same page. How much trust do you have not only in each other, but also at this stage the team to make not only the right plays, but the smart reads?
Well, a lot of these kids have been playing together for a long time, so they know each other inside and out. And like I said earlier, I'm learning them. So that's a big part of it. So they're well tuned. They've practiced this for a long time, and they just executed today. They did a really nice job of that.
They did a great job. And as you said, one more game, got Aurora next Tuesday before you get on to district play. Take me through, what are you going to be telling the team on the way back and also during practice? Because, even though your team swept through Aurora earlier on the season, it is still the last game. That is still an opportunity, to trip up, at home plate proverbially. So what are some of the things you're going to tell them and also put into effect this week during the short practice you have to make sure that you guys end the season on a 3-game winning streak going into districts?
Right. Well, Aurora is very well coached. I'll give it. We've known that for a long time, and the game wasn't easy for us at the beginning. So it was a tight game for the first 2 or 3 innings, and then we pulled away there in the next 2 or 3. But they're very well coached. They're great disciplined team, so it'll be tough. And in this game, anything can happen.
You know it. Anything can happen. So I know you don't want to jinx it. Knock on wood. There. What's your prediction? You gonna end that season 3-0?
I certainly hope.
Yeah, you love to hear.
Always plan on.
That's right. Always plan on. That's Coach Byrne there. Hey, Coach. Thank you so much. Impressive victory. I can't wait to see what happens on Tuesday, and then specifically in district play where that all seeding comes down, because a couple things do need to go your way, but there is still that chance with these 2 big victories on the road in Central City as well as Kearney last week. Well, thank you so much, Coach, for stopping on by. I'll see you here on Tuesday. When we come back, we'll have, of course, more of our Quick Stop postgame show right here, FM 98.1, AM 1410, and, of course, video live streaming, NorthPlattePost.com.
Thank you.
The North Platte Public Schools prepares all students to be productive, responsible citizens in a safe, caring, supporting learning environment with caring staff, engaging curriculum, clean facilities, and updated technology. You can rely on our schools giving your child the tools they need for a successful future. For more information, including enrollment and career opportunities, visit nppsd.org. North Platte Public Schools. Communicate, connect, commit.
Are you or a loved one in need of medical equipment to improve your quality of life? Look no further than Great Plains Health Home Care Equipment. Their state-of-the-art and affordable medical products are specifically designed to return your independence. From manual and power wheelchairs, mobility scooters, and lift chairs to walking aids,